Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, boys and girls all over the world. We're here, we're live, we're loud, and we've got a watch along. We're here, the TV's about to get set up. It's about to be Celtic versus Hearts, and we're ready for a weekend we watch along, guys. We're getting back into the rhythm, back into the groove of catching some games live, and I love catching the games live where not everyone can watch them on TV, because then hopefully more of you can come and we can have a good time here as well. So we're catching a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff, which in the UK, if you're there, it's an absolute blackout. You can't see anything on the TV. But I'm going to be watching along Celtic versus Hearts at Celtic Park. We've got some sorare teams. We've got some things in the running. And we're going to be going through the match as it all unfolds. If you're watching this, I think we're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, and we're on YouTube for this one. So like, subscribe, share, retweet, all the good stuff, whatever you're finding us, guys. And we'll be tuning in for the game here. Of course, I see some regulars jumping into the live chat on YouTube already. And, you know, live chat, anything goes. Anything you want to throw out there, we'll bat it off. And, yeah, we'll get stuck into everything and anything throughout the weekend. We only had a little bit of action last night for Friday, and 3 o'clock Saturday we're in the eye of the vortex as the game week lifts off, as all the main football across European football gets underway. We're less than 10 minutes to kick off, okay? And you may have seen already... Oh, crap, what screen is it? Yes, this one. Good. As you will have seen already, the lineup is crazy. We've got David Turnbull back in from the start. I don't think anyone would have predicted that coming into this game after we've seen, you know, the Iwata situation. I don't think anyone knew exactly how fit he was for this game. But with how persistent the manager had been previously with Paulo Bernardo, and we did see Odenholm get a little run of domestic action not that long ago, it maybe felt like Turnbull, with some of the contractual situation that might be floating around with him, might have just like bombed him out of the team. But no. Turnbull's back in from the start here. And me and a few other people were all quite expectant that we would see Daisen Maeda start this game, but Mikey Johnson retains his spot in the front line. Just to double check the bench for all you guys watching, we've got Alexandro Bernabe, Paulo Bernardo, James Forrest, the aforementioned Daisen Sama, and we've got Quan, we've got Ralston, we've got Welsh, Bain, and O. So, really strong bench, and it's probably the strongest the bench has been all season, and it can be a little bit undervalued, the strength of a bench in these tighter games domestically. Hearts setting out with what's displayed here as a 3-5-2, but I think we all know when the game gets going, it's going to be 9 men against the ball, and then those 2 strikers, Shankland will be high, and then it looks like Atkinson will be accompanying him today. They're just going to try and stretch the pitch as much as Hearts can, when they can. So, we've got a Forrest starting this game. Maybe not James, but we've got Alan on the right for Hearts. So we might get a wee bit of Forrest on Forrest action in this game, which could be good banter as well. Whenever you are watching this, I've got a little multi-stream kind of thingamabobber. So feel free to drop the comments in. Expectations for the match, score projections. Are you surprised by the team or not? I'm quite surprised by it. There's a few ones I didn't see coming. Carter Vickers, I wholly expected was going to come back into this game after him being rested at the weekend and not needed, essentially. It felt like for the Feyenoord game, he would come straight back into this Hearts match just to really solidify the back line again. So I'm a little bit more optimistic. I'm a little bit more hopeful than I normally would be that we might actually get a clean sheet. Let me just go and get the match on now that I don't need to worry about the camera catching it in the background. Atkinson's a right back, so I think it will be Forrest off Shankland. Good catch, Ian. Good catch. So I'm just diving between this multi-stream thingy, and yeah, okay, that should be fine. So yeah, let me turn this down. So it's a wee bit. We're seeing some build-up. We're seeing some analysis in the Kilmarnock game here, which was not a good game to watch. It was not a lot of fun whatsoever. But I think in this Hearts match, like I was saying to somebody on the way in, I'm getting like not necessarily deja vu, maybe a bit more Groundhog Day over the Aberdeen game where we won 6-0 like a couple of weeks ago. So coming off the back of a European result that time, but the result wasn't that great, obviously. But I think the performance, the team were all really on the back foot. They were on the ropes, and the manager was having to come out and really apologise for the team and let's say, look, we're actually performing well, but we're not getting results. And then when you say that kind of thing domestically, you have to come back into the game at the weekend and you have to that up, and we did that against Aberdeen, which maybe surprised a few. And Hearts, we normally get a good turnout of them at Celtic Park, so I'm I'm a wee bit Groundhog Day, just maybe thinking we might get a wee bit more of that in the next couple of minutes. Kickoff is in 5 minutes. I've got my Rivals team submitted as well, so if you are playing Sorare Rivals, you can send me a wee invite over here and we can go mano a mano. I've got a losing streak with Nanzo. Let's see if we can maybe expunge that today. We'll just spam out a bunch of challenges and stuff like that. So as some of you will know already, it's a 5-a-side fantasy football game, but with the Rivals mode, you can just jump into a match before kickoff. You can see the predicted teams, and you can pick anyone. It doesn't matter if you own the cards or not. And yeah, it's just like for fun. And it's in a little beta, and it helps give a wee bit of flavour to some of the watch-alongs we're doing. So this is the Celtic team I'm picking today. So I've went with Joe Hart. I've went with Taylor just because he's cheaper than everyone else. And then it means I can get O'Reilly and McGregor into midfield. And then, Kyogo's the cheapest striker that's starting. So that's worth a get. So, yeah, some nice goals were scored. There's Dyson, I think. Who's this? Dyson and Rio. Oh, Dyson with that error led to goal in Tynecastle. That's what that was. Jesus. Torridor, fist bump. Good to see you. So, there, Scouts and Managers, if you're joining us for the game as well as any boys or girls from around the world, let it be known in the live chat. Drop the fist bumps or the 4-leaf clovers, whatever you want to do. Have you got any cards in this game? Are you watching along with me? Are we cheering on Semeso 5 points together? Or are we just cheering on the hoops? Let me know. But Torridor, good to see you. Ian, my man, good to see you. It's a bunch who's joining us live, which is good. And I think when the game actually starts, so maybe we have a few more people that come to the party and get stuck in. The starting 11, I don't think as far as like Sorare cards go, I don't think there's that many, if you were like me and you went brave on the Dyson Maeda shout, then you might be a wee bit disappointed he's not starting. He's still coming from the bench, and this doesn't really change much overall. But I know recently Celtic have been killing a lot of teams with the unsuspected starting 11s. So it's good to see Vickers back. It's good to see the midfield. I don't know if we think it's good having Kyogo back, because what has he really done to earn his spot back? Oh, hasn't really dropped the ball. He just got dropped to the Feyenoord game. In the Feyenoord game, Kyogo, this is a big one for him. I'm really expecting Kyogo, the wee man, it needs to go. It needs to be double decisive today. He needs to get a goal and an assist, 2 assists, 2 goals, something. He's got to get in amongst it today in a big way, because he's not really showed up this season. And as I'm saying this, I'm getting a little bit of deja vu around this time last season talking about Jota, because Jota went through a wee spell of not influencing matches, not getting us over the line with his ability. You put that pressure on people to be the star of the team. That's what they need to do for you. And Kyogo's in that little patch to now. Similar player, obviously, in a lot of ways to Jota. He's not going to be out on the wing and dance and take 1 or 2 guys out and then play a killer ball in. But when the ball's falling to Kyogo, or some of the passing he's been making, the choices, the decisions have been quite hopeless. Yeah, hopeful, I suppose. They're you praying that they come off. Hopeless is probably what I would call them. So we need to see a little bit more synergy. Is this a Haksabanovic goal we're seeing now? It is, Jesus. Oh, Haxa. Torador's watching Red Star this week right now as well, so hopefully both win. That'd be nice. What would rare Celtic stack look like if you started now without O'Reilly, of course? Very interesting. I think if I was starting to play sorare today and I was going to be playing with rares, the first thing you would probably have to do is cover the bases. Like, if you're going to do it seriously, like, I'm going to build a Celtic team for rare to play in Challenger, Cap Mode, All-Star, whatever your bag is. I think it makes sense, the price for some of the cards. Like, for example, we've seen Welsh starting Champions League now. That was unforecasted. But with some of these guys, like Johnson, Welsh, Forrest, O, even Iwata, who's not in the team today, some of these guys are like under 50 quid. And despite what you might want the best 5 to be, gathering a few of those guys up, just as and when you can, you know, when one becomes cheap or you've got a spare balance, that kind of thing. You don't need to rush out for them. But they will just help keep the strategy going, because there is always a bit of rotation with Celtic. Recently, over the last 2 seasons, rotation is majorly being out of our control. You know, injuries, suspensions, players being unavailable for any given reason. So maybe that dies down when things settle, but it feels like nothing ever settles. You know, we've got Asia Cup in January. We'll have January transfers. We'll have, you know, no midweek football beyond domestic stuff next year for the back end of the season. So maybe it does settle down a little bit, but we've got Quan on the bench today, for example. Theo made an appearance last week. These guys, if and when you can get them, very nominally priced, they're just as well picking up. But I would be definitely taking Kyogo, no two ways about it, because he is the main man up front. I'm praying for him to get on penalties. It feels like it's just never going to happen. He's normally quite fairly priced in the market, let's say, against other people in his situation. There's no mad premium on him for being at Celtic because he is a goal scorer. So if he doesn't score, he's doing nothing for your team, you know. So he doesn't really get that inflated. You normally get good bang for buck. McGregor fluctuates in price, but whenever McGregor comes down, I think he is a must get. He's a every minute game guy. And then I'd be going for Scales. Obviously, you need to take Hart, but that would be my main spine. The guys I actually have, you know, Scales, McGregor, Kyogo, and then I don't know, my 5th man. At the moment, you're telling me I can't take O'Reilly. Again, I'm probably going to take Daisen Maeda, because I think when fit and available, he plays every game, if possible, every meaningful game, certainly. And, you know, games that Celtic are doing well, you want, you know, if you can get 2 out of 3 strikers in the team. I don't know, as I'm saying that, actually, I do like it. You know, it's just because Hatate is not fit at the moment, but Hatate, I think, is, if you can't take O'Reilly, you get Hatate. I think that's the way it goes. But with Hatate, if you're going like sorare, like SO5, the best Hatate card is the forward card from his very first season, because you don't suffer any of the defensive penalties, you know, like goals conceded or possession lost, that kind of thing. So the forward card at Celtic is quite safe. Doesn't really get the peaks that the defender card can, because obviously the clean sheet bonus is mega. But this forward card is just solid as a rock. Just as good as the midfielder card, but sometimes the midfielder card can get killed if we do concede a couple of goals or something like that, or he loses a lot of possession. But the forward card gets a bit of protection from that. So Hatate is one of these interesting guys that over his career he's got defender, midfielder and forward cards. You can't play them all in one team together for anyone that's interested, but it is great that you can you know, you can choose where to play them and get some different exposure. The game has started, by the way. We're in the first minute, and Celtic are just playing the ball really out, you know, I was going to say out from the back quite comfortably here, but Alistair Johnson just misread that a little bit. He has recovered. Celtic still have possession, but in this kind of opening sequence here, it is just, yeah, it's like the end of a match almost. Like, Hearts are just not coming anywhere near. Vickers or Scales or the goalkeeper, they're going to let us get to the halfway line and get through. Where is Guinness? I'm not a Guinness guy. That's McBride. I'm on the old energy juice. I might have a cigarette depending on how the game goes, but that's about it. For me, I'm not much of a drinker, to be honest with you. I will get on it, you know. Don't get me wrong. If we're going out or there's an occasion, I will be the first to be ordering tequila. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not, just generally not a casual drinker, if that makes sense. Like, it's a thing. If I'm going drinking, we're going drinking, but I'm not really picking up a pint for fun. I'm not that guy, you know. Do I get a lemonade? Sometimes I get a pint with food, because sometimes that's something. But David Richards, good afternoon. Got this stream on my phone watching Hibs, Marshall, and you got a Venti for Cap 240, David. Nice, love to hear it. Good luck for the game and the lineups. Oh, and we've got our first action. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I've tried my best to capture this screen as good as I can. And I think this is maybe the best placement I've had for it. Maybe I need to clean the screen up a little bit in terms of how it cosmetically looks. But we've got our first little action there. We've got a foul from our boy here, Jorge Grant, in the 3rd minute. And it'll be fun to see this pop up because this is where the points are going to be landing from. And hopefully, hopefully this is good. We'll have some good banter with this. And I picked up his defender card for £4. Looks to score slightly better. Yeah, so it will. The defender card for Atate is going to get more 100s than any other position, but it's also going to get the most 25s out of any position. That's the cross you bear with a defender card. Believe me, I've owned them all, multiple colours and shapes and sizes. The forward card just never lets me down. Like, the forward card will never ever screw you over. Like, the midfielder card sometimes can be quite weak, but especially for how difficult the forward category can be to fill, he's just a good option. We're in the 3rd minute here. Oh, what's going on? Everyone's a little bit confused. Something's going on here. Maybe a free kick or an offside or something. A little bit of a confusion here. I think it's an offside for Palma. Just strayed. Just training pitch. Training pitch, straight offside effort. Yeah, the sorare data is adjusted. It is Alan Forrest that's up top. Good shout, Ian. Lewis Palmer caught offside. There we go. I don't know why it's a picture of Kyogo, but Hearts putting some long balls in now, trying to get a wee bit of heady tennis in our half, but can we bring it down? Between Palma, Taylor, there's like 3 Hearts players over there, including Shanklin. They managed to play a wee bit of rondo, get the ball played out for a throw in, and it looks like they're going to be playing this like a set piece. Hearts, you know, we've got number 3 coming up. He's cleaning the ball down, and this is going to be a missile into the box. It feels like it. Right on the 18-yard line, throw in on the right-hand side of the Hearts attack, the left-hand side of the Celtic defence. And it goes in, big lob onto the penalty spot, and we get kind of cleared by Scales. Hearts somehow keep possession, and oh, nice wee flick. They're going to try and get down the right-hand side for a cross, but O'Reilly is over there to snuff it out for a throw-in. I was hoping Maeda would start. I think he'll come on. Web Scratch, he will definitely come on in this game. I've not got any doubts about it. I'm also disappointed he didn't start. I just thought, you know, in preparation for the weekend, I was getting that kind of feeling that we used to get with Hatate under Ange, where it was like if Hatate was fit, Ange would just start him. He wouldn't care about bleeding him back into the team or whatever. So I thought, yeah, Dyson's probably the same. Rodgers is probably begging for Dyson to be fit and available. And he's probably kept, you know, because we've seen him in training for like a week now. So he didn't play the weekend. He didn't play Feyenoord. So it's maybe like he's just keeping him for this one. So I did expect him personally to start, but it was a hunch. It wasn't on intel or anything. But I think for how close he is to the team, it's unquestionable that he'll feature in this game. No doubt about it. Wonder when we'll get the Palma cards. The picture's on. I think we'll get it this Tuesday. Tuesday is New Faces Day. I've been harping on for it. And you know they're going to do it right before Christmas, just to put a spoke in the wheel, you know. Hearts get a free kick here off a O'Reilly foul. Ultimately turned into nothing, but I'd let you know about it. This Palmer struggling to clear. He manages to get it out towards the halfway line for a throw in. But yeah, it's a tentative kind of first like 10 minutes. No one's really got on the ball, like even personnel wise, it's just been kind of bouncing about. Hearts, Celtic, no one's really got on it yet. Strung some passes together. Hearts from, I think that was a throw-in that they had. Yeah, it's managed to like flick out and go for a goal kick. It was pretty useless. And yeah, there's a bunch of these here, guys. Thanks to everyone that is watching the show. Let me just catch the multi-screen chat. I think it's everyone here. Manguera, fist bump, good to see you. I'll keep this one open if we've got some people getting involved in the chat on Twitch as well. If you are on Twitter watching this, feel free to, of course, to get involved. I think when you reply to the broadcast, it should come up in my little feed here, and I can chat to you as well if there's anything you want to talk about or know about the game. But Celtic now have a little spell of possession. Hearts are camped thoroughly into their defensive third, and between O'Reilly, Mikey Johnson, Alistair Johnson, and somebody else was involved in there. They had a nice little sequence of play where they've worked it up and down the line, but equally, ultimately, I should say, The ball's been played on the line tight, and it went out for a throw-in off of Mikey Johnson. So it's a Hearts throw-in on their left-hand side, deep in defence. So yeah, starting to get a bit of tempo. Again, they're pure rubbing the ball down to really toss this up the pitch here from really deep in their half. And they do. It bounces. Vickers wins the header. McGregor wins a header. It's brought down by one of their guys and played over the top. It's 2-on-2. We've got recovering runners and stuff like that. Vickers deals with it, and it goes out for a Hearts throw-in. And this is just like... This is like the American football cycle of Scottish football, where it's about yards, winning throw-ins higher up the pitch. You know what I mean? From these teams, just win a throw-in in this section of the pitch, and then hopefully scuffle the ball and get a throw-in another 10, 15, 20, 30 yards higher up the pitch. And it's just the best way they've got of, like, it's almost like mountain climbing up the pitch, you know, just getting that little hook, grabbing the team up bit by bit, inch by inch, not in open play, from set positions, set pieces, if you will, as often as possible. Hearts players down now, getting attended to by the physio and having a wee drink of water. Don't know what happened there. But yeah. They're feeling his foot and rotating his ankle and stuff. It doesn't seem to be in that much discomfort just looking at his face and whatever right now, but the Hearts subs are vigorously warming up. Just going to adjust my mic to make sure it sounds okay. Let me just check notifications. Have we got anything? Oh no! Oh no! Maxime Chanot. He's been sent off 2 yellow card. Like a yellow card earlier on. That's a bummer. Oh well, he was in a rubbish team, I'm sure anyway, so not too worried about that. But oh no, Maxime Chanot. I don't think Sorare knew that would rhyme when they made that notification, but I love it. Finally, we're getting the play back underway. And yeah, Hearts player, a free kick into the box, kind of goes nowhere. And yeah, we're just kind of building out from the back now. Hearts are just retreating. They had an attacking free kick. They've lost possession. And the whole team has just retreated to the defensive half. Celtic have now got space and time to run onto the ball. It's both the Johnsons, Mikey and AJ, outside on the right here. And Alistair Johnson gives away the foul there. It's just a little bit cheap, you know. Like, nice play, nice counter-attack. And Hearts have bought a foul there. Dead easy off Alistair Johnson. Takes the pressure off. We need to recover and get into shape, and then they're going to have a free kick in their defensive third. Saints have got a 16-year-old, Fran Franchak, making his debut today, been on trial at a few Prem teams. One to keep an eye on for the future. Fantastic. That's St Johnson, I suppose. Nice. Keeping our eye out for that. Carter Vickers wins a wee header. O'Reilly wins a header. Joe Hart's going to collect it. And yeah, I'd like to see a shot. I'm thinking about now, we should be thinking about getting shots on target. It's not really been... I know it's only 10 minutes into the match. We've barely strung a passage of play together. There's passes here and there. Like I'm seeing Vickers and AJ exchange the ball. Carter Vickers and Scales to McGregor. These wee midfield build-up patterns have happened a couple of times. They're happening now. But yeah, let's get into the final third. Palma 2-on-2 here with Taylor to help him out. He plays the overlap in Taylor, who plays it back to Palma. He dinks it. Nice right. That's a really nice pass. O'Reilly's kind of too far under it. Loses the header. Edge of the box. McGregor and Palma can start again. Palma plays McGregor on the overlap. McGregor fizzes one in. Decent area. Not that fast, and no one was there. Edge of the box now. Hearts tried to get out. O'Reilly stops it. And between him and Turnbull, they've managed to get the ball back to Alistair Johnson and Mikey Johnson now on the right-hand side. Alistair Johnson overlapping Mikey, but again, that guy, is it Jorge again, number 7? He's just getting a toe to the ball every time Alistair Johnson shows him it, and you need to stop that. You're not protecting the ball. We've got 3-on-3 out here from a throw-in, Celtic's favour on the attacking side. Oh, nice chipped in ball. I think that was from Turnbull for a Kyogo, but a Hearts player wins it in the air. Strike from edge of the box. Good save from Xander Clark, and that will be a Celtic corner. First shot on target. I'm not too sure who took that. It might have been Taylor, by the way, or maybe McGregor. It wasn't Turnbull. I think it was Taylor, yeah. Decent shot. It was Taylor. Decent shot on target from edge of the box. Decent save from the keeper. And let's see, we've got a corner. Palma swings it in on the right foot. Oh, decent connection there. I think that was Carter Vickers, but just the way he's hit the ball and everything, it was nowhere near on target. But decent ball to get on the end of there. And it's all about connection because Pal was putting so much speed and swerve on that ball that if you're meeting it, like Vickers has been slightly under it, and because of that, it just went up. But those balls, it's hard to win the header because there's like 5 or 6 guys all jumping for it, and yeah, it's just all about connection there. Unfortunate. The Hearts goal kick has ended up in the middle of the pitch. It's been bouncing around and we've got the ball. We've played an overlap for Mikey Johnson on the right-hand side. He's one-on-one with a right winger. He tries to nutmeg him and play the ball inside to Alistair Johnson rather than just playing the easy ball to Alistair Johnson on the underlap, going directly into the box. The Hearts players flicked it out. It's a Celtic throw-in. And Alistair Johnson throws it for Mikey. They're maybe getting in trouble for the ref or something for where they're taking the throw-in. They're going to need to go again. So throw in Alistair to Mikey. Mikey tries to dribble. The referee's having none of it. He's pushed to the ground. Hearts break away into that little out of that little pocket. They moved into midfield. Shankland faced up with McGregor. Can't go any further. Goes back to defence. Then the ball goes over the top of the right back. But again, Carter Vickers with an interception and plays it back to Joe Hart. Joe Hart flicks it over. Must be Forrest's head. Plays it to Vickers. Vickers just waits for that guy to come and then plays it around him to Johnson. Johnson trying to play the ref in, but it was actually, I think it's Turnbull he's aimed for there. Bad pass. Hearts have got the ball. Might have been Benny Beningame that came in and made that interception. Hearts now got a bit of possession in our half, but they've been pressed into their defence having the ball. And O'Reilly, we've got 4-on-4 up there if we can win the ball back. We can't. It's with Beningame on the halfway line. He sprays it outright. Taylor one-on-one with his guy, but the guy comes inside. I think it must be Atkinson. He's inside. Plays it back outright for whoever else is out there, faced up with Taylor and Palma, but it goes back to the edge of the box. Ball played in from deep. Easy geary cross, if you will, on the inside step. Shankland in a good position to try and get on the end of it, but Carter Vickers is too much. He wins it, and that wasn't Shankland, it was number 17, and it's a Hearts corner. Nice wee passage of play there. Don't like to see Hearts getting into our half, obviously, and doing any attacking, but nice shot away from us, decent corner effort, and the temperature's building in this game, and we could see, this went in. They've taken a corner. It's just went towards the back post, and Shankland's just knocked it in. 1-0 to Hearts. 15 minutes in. Oh, jumping Jimmies. Set piece. I'm interested to see where the goalkeeper is on the replay here. I'm interested to see who's meant to be marking. Lawrence Shankland, the top goal scorer for the team, the main target man. So Hearts have started off in a bit of a bunch at the back post, and then everyone's broken away, and just nobody's ended up with Shankland somehow. Between Scales and Taylor, is this? Somebody ends up marking Scales. I think it's Taylor. And then the Hearts player is behind who I think is Taylor. And then somehow in that confusion, Shankland's managed to get himself free at the back post. Easy header. Training ground stuff. Austin McPhee would be taking credit for that, I'm sure. But somehow every corner seems to be. But 1-0 to Hearts here. Celtic down 1-0 in the first 15 minutes, and we need to get into gear pronto. Clean sheet in the mud in the first 15 minutes of the game. And yeah, not many chances in this game. We're attacking now down the right hand side. We've won a corner off the back of it, but Hearts very quickly being clinical with a chance that they created there. Just with how they won the corner in the first place. Nice ball in from the way they played it, and then the set piece getting away from the marker, playing the ball to the back post. We've played a corner, we've played it short, and we've just turned it into a non-corner. It's just like open play now. So great, lovely set piece. I wonder who worked on that. Palma beats a guy. Palma knocked it by the guy, went round the other side of him, did that one. Ran down the right-hand side bot because he wants to play the right-footed cross. Done it. Wins a throw-in. And Alistair Johnson's going to take the throw-in now. So maybe if we want Palma to beat someone, we need to play him on the right. And Hearts are now they're not even in their own half. They're in their defensive quadrant of the pitch. The whole team now. This is yeah. So Hearts are now running the jeopardy of playing this game now, and they can still be dangerous in counter attack. I think this is kind of the game Kilmarnock played ultimately. So Celtic do need to be cautious here, but it is playing with fire, Hearts. If you're going to give us all the possession at home, you're winning 1-0. Celtic can't afford to be lackadaisical or mess about. We have to take chances. We have to make chances now. Palma's now back out on the left-hand side. It comes inside on his right and plays it edge of the box here to somebody. I think it might have been AJ. He plays it back post. I think it was Turnbull. Sorry, it's just the camera's a wee bit. Nah, it's kind of went all went. Yeah, it was Turnbull involved and all that. It's kind of went everywhere and nowhere all at once. And it's good to see that the players are reacting quickly here. But it's not good to see. Sorry, let's fix this little bar. Offside Turnbull. So, yeah. Finger out Rogers, finger out Celtic. We're playing mad balls to Mikey Johnson, and I don't know if it's him, bad luck, bad touch, or whatever, man, but everything he's touching is going out for a Hearts throw-in. That one there was, there's a lot of pace on it. I don't know if he's just not fast enough or something. I don't know. He gets to it, but it's like a yard too late when it goes out for a Hearts throw-in. Alistair Johnson is hemorrhaging possession lost thanks to Mickey Johnson. I think that's the way it's going. So yeah, there's a bunch he's tuning in. I think we'll probably get some hate watchers on this one. Don't forget to hit the like button, share, retweet, all that good stuff. Now the multi-stream little chat thing isn't moving. Let's check the live chat thing. Oh no, it's not moved either. That's fine. Just in case I was missing much. That's cool. Most of you will be probably just waiting for me to tell you what's going on. But yeah, it's 20 minutes into the game. Still Hearts 1, Celtic now. Hearts have got the ball into our half, and we need to start playing out. So a Celtic throw in here, played it off the man on the left-hand side. Scales and Taylor from the throw in. Have a full Heart stack in 240. So there, Carl. There you go. There's some of those watch along coming to party. Praying to the gods. You can say that again. If you've got, you're not getting out of here with that clean sheet. Thank your lucky stars you've got a few decisives. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, Turnbull plays it wide left here for Palma. Palma dancing on that side of the pitch. Still hasn't beat a man. Takes a shot. Ooh. Could have been okay. But he cannot dribble past somebody. All he can do is run. Run with somebody. Hide the ball from them while he's running. Do a few feints. He's not got... See, on the right-hand side, at least he tried that. Turn and burn, knock the ball by a guy and go. So, I don't know, man. Maybe that's... Because I want to see Dyson on the left. I don't want to see Dyson on the right. Dyson is way more effective for Celtic from the left-hand side as a second striker. If you've got a guy like Palma on the right who can just play balls, like play good deliveries in for them to play, it doesn't always need to be headers. Dyson's good for a tap-in header. It's not going to be... I've got some sort of congratulations notification there, sorry. I don't know why. There's a notification from maybe sorare or something, but it could have been a good one. But yeah, Hearts 1, Celtic now. Pains me to say that, but Hearts are playing the ball out from the back here. Kyogo on the mega press. Almost gets possession. He's forcing the goal kick long. And Celtic now can start to bring the ball down. We've found Turnbull in the number 10 spot. Hospital ball for McGregor coming to support. Hearts have now got the ball. And yeah, hospital ball from them. Celtic throw in on the right-hand side in the right-back area. What do you make of the Lager BLK news about him getting sold? I'm not surprised at all. Again, I think it's one of those ones where when he came in, after we signed Noroki, bringing this guy in right at the last minute, none of us had heard of him. He wasn't linked to anyone else. And I know there was he was scouted by Ajax and one or two other teams like Ghent or whatever. But at the age he's at, these teams aren't seriously considering a guy like this. These guys are normally shopping for young prospects out of Sweden, etc. And I'm happy to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's got Defender of the Year. He's not that bad, actually, to be honest with you. But some of the quotes I've heard from him, Rogers believes he cannot run. And when you watch him, he's not that graceful of a footballer, let's say. Then It's just been a pure disconnect in the talent ID. It's just clear, clear to see at this stage. So I'm not surprised. I don't think we should be rushing to sell him, but you know, let's see the whole. I'm still got a bad taste in the mouth after the whole Barkas situation. So I don't want to see us like just bobbing a guy off and then he might be decent. You could have got some money for him. Let's loan him to Austria or Belgium or something. Go get him some minutes there, get his price tag up, and sell him to the English Championship for like 8 million quid. That should be the model with a guy like that. We've got the ball down on the right here. Mikey Johnson fizzed in a nice ball there. That would have been lovely for Kyogo, but it's snuffed out with ease, it must be said, and it's a corner. So 22 minutes here. Celtic starting to huff and puff a bit more. Starting to try and create some opportunities here. Turnbull and O'Reilly are very close in attacking support here. Again, from another corner, we're playing it short and turning it into, yeah, 1 pass, 2 pass cross. It's bobbling about here. Scales has got it in the left wing kind of position from the corner. Oh, Scales! Scales has done more to beat a man than Pal. Plays a ball in and everything. Hearts clear it, but Celtic are still going to end up with the ball. He didn't do much. Made a wee drop of the shoulder. You know, bought a yard, played a ball in, made something happen. Funny to see. But yeah, we've got O'Reilly now in the build-up, along with Scales. Yeah, it's just back into shape again. Back into shape. And we're coming down the left-hand side with Taylor, who's going to... He's trying to play it inside blind to Turnbull. There's about 3 Hearts players there. He loses possession. Hearts have the ball. They're trying to get their half, but Taylor wins it back to credit him. And then between Scales and McGregor, we can get Cam on possession. McGregor is pulling the strings, telling Vickers where to go and where to pass. He finds Alistair Johnson. Alistair Johnson finds Mikey. Mikey Johnson is now in a 2-on-2 here. He's trying to do a stupid wee turn and a pirouette to do a guy on the wing. It doesn't go far, as you can tell from the tone of my voice. It ends up with number 17 for Hearts, but it's out for a Celtic throw-in. And it's very quickly taken and tossed all the way back to Joe Hart. And Celtic got to cycle out from right to left now. Bring on Dyson at half-time. I'm going to say it now. Dyson at half-time. And maybe a bit it. But Mikey's no at it. He's not good enough to play against Hearts. That's what this is showing. On the right-hand side especially. Like, again, he wants to play on the left, this wee guy. If we are going to give him the minutes, you know, like, maybe it should be Yang on the right-hand side, because I think he wants to play right. I think Mikey wants to play left. So, again, like, Palma plays a cross into the front post. I think O'Reilly meets that with a shot. Yeah, he does, but it flicks up over the bar. Shot off target. Goal kick. Well, at least the clean sheet jeopardy is gone already. Like, we know we're not going to get a Celtic clean sheet today, and we can just accept it. We don't need to beat ourselves up or hope or pray or have our, you know, have our dreams dashed later on when we have that clean sheet and something dodgy happens to take it away from us. Just looking at the scores on the doors at the moment, not too good for the Hoops just yet. We've got the highest scoring player is Scales on 44. Palma not too far behind him on 42. For Hearts, of course, they've got Grant, who got the assist for Shankland on 75. Cochrane on 55, by the way, is a notable score. And he's been bossing Mikey Johnson this first half. That's been clear for all to see. Shankland there with his 60 with the goal. And yeah, no other scores really stand out. O'Reilly's building a score, and he's been pretty effective every time he's been on the ball, but he's not been on the ball that often or for that long. Just going to move my radiator, sorry. Oy, oy. There we go. That's a bit better. It's mad how even Celtic fans don't expect a clean sheet anymore. It is mad. And it's because of the... And again, like, I am... let's say a Joe Hart fan overall, like, you know, like the guy a lot. I think he's had a great career, and he's been good for us more than he's been bad. But like, he's not a great goalkeeper. You know, he's just not a guy that's going to get 15 clean sheets a season. You know, even at Celtic, somebody like Butland, but he's a guy that could do that. You know, there's a bit of a difference in quality of goalkeeper, and you know, maybe that's something we've seen in the European stage as well. Maybe that's something that you see in games like this where. I didn't even really see the goalkeeper's influence on the goal, to be honest with you. I was more watching what Hart's done and how the guy got free. But yeah, just don't see him coming and catching stuff. You know, it was a big looping ball to the back post. Some keepers will deal with him. Some do, some don't. The ball's out here on the left with Scales, Palma and Taylor, and now McGregor joining in. trying to do something on this left-hand side and, you know, really make it count. Hearts have put bodies out there, so it's not going to be anyone to get space and time, including Palma. He plays it inside for Taylor. Taylor to Turnbull. Turnbull to, must be Alistair Johnson. Hearts are within their final 20 yards, really deep and narrow. Ball played in from the edge of the box. It's been a good shot from a Celtic player, but it's a clearance from a Hearts player, and it's a corner kick. Rodgers isn't exactly known for being a proactive subbing manager. I would be surprised to see Maeda pre-60. Nah, we're losing 1-0, mate. You know, and he has been proactive with the subs. In this spell at Celtic, he's been forced to be versatile in that respect. The corners are doing my nutting. See everyone these short corners where we take 1 pass, 2 pass, and then try and play across from the edge of the box or take a shot. It's just an absolute waste of an opportunity. Second ball's played in here now from the right-hand side. It was a good delivery, but a Hearts player wins it. Header goes high into the sky, and Xander Clark comes and makes it his own. Don't know if we'll get a good high claim for that, or even a goalkeeper smother potentially. So we'll watch out for that. So yeah, Hearts haven't looked that great, to be honest with you. It's not like they're playing an amazing way or anything like that, but they're just stopping us very effectively. And they're not slow at getting forward. You know, sometimes when we play teams, they can be, you know, they'll just knock it and then just go and try and play up the pitch. Hearts are trying to keep the ball, but they're, yeah. So they're not really taking their time and getting forward. And they're doing quite a good job here. They've got 4 of their players against 5 of ours. It flicks and it bobbles. It goes out for a goal kick. Sorry, guys, muted. Yeah, so I was just saying, Hearts. I muted myself to eat that bit of Twix, sorry, but yeah, Hearts free kick, edge of the box here, and Kingsley steps up to take it. He whips it up and over the wall. It dips. It's got good pace. It's got good whip on it, but it comes in at like waist height. Very savable. The goalkeeper dives in the right direction, almost makes it, but not quite. Not really seen a proper replay of how close the keeper gets to it. 2-0 to Hearts. Jesus. The sound should be back now, guys. Sorry. There was a bit of a delay. Yeah, wow. What a game to do a watch along for, eh? This should be a crazy ass second half. I'll tell you that for free. It can't beat anything else. Hearts 2-0 up in the first half. Who would have thought it? Definitely not me. I was hoping for another game similar to that Aberdeen one where we come off the back of Europe, we get our tail feathers up, we get into the game early, and we, keep that pressure on. But Hearts, credit to them, they've taken 2 chances. A free kick from 30 yards and a corner, which was a well-worked corner in terms of how they executed it and how they earned it. But, sorry, Carl. I hope you are, mate. I can't wait for you to wake up. Celtic comeback is not off the cards. Let's just put it like that. It's still 30 minutes in the first half. We've got 15 minutes of this one to go. The entire second half. We have to score as soon as possible, of course. I'll be saying that all game, regardless of the scoreline, because when you're 2 down, time is going to be of the essence for the entire match now. I say, fuck people's feelings, get Mikey Johnson off, and get Turnbull off. Get on O, and get on Maeda. Probably take off Taylor, and get another centre-back on, and just go for it. Boom. And just man up. Just man up and go for it, Celtic. Not this. Where's the thing I'm looking for? I'm looking for the bench. So who do we have? Welsh. Ralston. Ralston might not be bad. Or Bernaby? Yeah, but yeah, this is a game. I've been talking about this on Celtics Are Here content. If you're on YouTube or anywhere, if you just check out Celtics Are Here, you'll find myself there. So I'm just moving my wee camera and cover that over a wee bit. There we go. But yeah, I want to see 3-5-2. I want to see a back three in the second half of Alistair Johnson, Carter Vickers and Scales. Get Bernaby on. Get Maeda on. Get O on. Take off Turnbull. Take off Johnson. Take off Greg Taylor. And go for it. 3-4-3, 3-5-2, however you want to dress it up. But we need to just go for it. 2-0 down at home is unacceptable. Is not even an understatement here. O'Reilly gets into the box spot and plays a really dangerous ball towards the front post. But at the front post, there's 2 Hearts players and 1 Celtic player behind both of them. So a little bit, we're playing into a box there. 3-6 Hearts players are there defending. We're losing 2-0. We need to stop kidding on. This is a normal football match at this point. We're losing 2-0 at home. There's no need for 4 defenders anymore. There's more of a need for more strikers. The defenders are versatile enough and good enough to play a 3 at the back, potentially, especially, I beg your pardon, with the guys we do have on there. So I want to see some bottle. I want to see the team, the managers, the guys on the bench actually make a fucking decision. Really push the boat out, take these guys off that aren't doing it, and go for it. So you're losing 2-0. The game is done at this point if you don't do something like this. If we get some nonsense, even now, man, I'd be subbing somebody off at 30 minutes. This is wild. Every time the balls went down the right, it's went nowhere. Palma still can't beat somebody, man. He's out here dribbling with a guy, and the guy is just toying with him. Just saying, I'm not even going to tackle you, mate, but try and go by me. And he doesn't go, it goes nowhere. The ball's outside the box now. Carter Vickers has the ball now. When it was Palma, but now we need to go and find Mikey Johnson. And look what's happened. He's lost the ball. Cochrane is on a 60. He is winning the ball every time he's out there. Mikey Johnson is losing everything out there. And we managed to win the ball back after a wee passage of play. We've played it over the top. It's got a bit of a slant on it. Kyogo has to peel out, but he does get on the end of it. He finally links up with O'Reilly. He plays an overlap. That's a nice ball into the front post, but we've only got 1 guy going at the front post. Hearts already have 4 defenders at the front post. Never mind the other 2 in the goal mouth. Celtic take a corner. It's taken quickly. And it's this stupid passing it around short from a corner. This is just open play. We're not taking advantage of any set piece. We take a shot from 40 yards or something crazy like that there. Xander Clark saves it. It's in our corner. 35 minutes gone. I don't want Quan on. I'm not muted. I can't still be muted. I can't still be muted. These are kidding me on now, aren't you? 2 seconds. I need to double check. You are telling me that I've still got the mute button on, and I definitely don't. So I need to investigate. 2 seconds. View channel. I'm not muted. I can't still be muted. There we go. I'm definitely not muted. Oh my god. Right, so we've got it on the left-hand side. It could have been a corner for all I know, because it just looks like this all the time. I think it might have been a corner. We've got a set-piece guy on, right, against a team who are going to give us, and are giving us, lots of corners, and we're not swinging balls in, aiming at Scales, aiming at Vickers, O'Reilly. We don't have any plan. Yeah, we can't hear me. And, we're just doing it open play. And the open play thing ends up in a cross anyway. So bring on O, play him next to Kyogo. Keep on Palma. We need that delivery, it turns out. Johnson for Maeda. Bring on maybe a bit of Burnaby for that up and down the line, just a bit of pace, something different. Taylor's just not. Maybe Burnaby will be worse, who knows? But 3 at the back, 3-5-2, 3-4-3. Do worry about midfield, but like we don't have any. I wouldn't be bringing on Bernardo for Turnbull. Like we need to get. We need to get more bodies into the box, because now when we're controlling the ball like this, like I'm looking at this, we've got 3 Celtic players on the edge of the box, and the Hearts have 6. What are we going to do? 3 versus 6. We could play for 4 days. 3 versus 6 is not going to work. Like, so, like I want to see ideas. I want to see problem solving. I want to see reading the game. VARs went in there to have a look at Mikey Johnson, who's slid in very badly. He's made contact with nobody or anything. So I don't think there can be any punishment here. But if he did tackle a guy there, that would have been potentially a shaky foul. Hearts throw in down our right-hand side. A wee bit of heady tennis. McGregor brings it down. And we play a nice wee bit of rondo with McGregor and both the Johnsons. McGregor, he does what he needs to do, but he's not got anyone else to play with other than the 2 Johnsons. And he wants to come inside or play forward. No one's with him. Hearts win the ball, turn it over, try and play it over the top. Vickers intercepts, picks it up, and we're in calm, cool, in possession on the halfway line here. But we're at 38 minutes, 39 minutes in this match. And someone's saying bring on Quan. No, we're not bringing on Quan. That's not going to help anything. It's a nice ball in from Palma. Turnbull tries to flick it around the corner. It somehow ends up getting towards the back post. And I think that was O'Reilly that ended up with the shot there. Quite tame. It ended up being Zander Clark. Might be a diving catch, by the way. What was the goalkeeper stat everyone was talking about? Diving catch. He might get one of them, or... He might get one of them. So watch out for the diving catch for Zander Clark. Don't know if it was a dive more than a fall, but perhaps that's a bit of the criteria there as well. But shot saved, certainly, it says on the reader. Oh, sorry, I was trying to fix that and I missed a shot on target for us. Sorry, guys. But Hearts managed to scramble it clear. They're trying to counter-attack, but we've got enough bodies there to snuff it out and go again. But again, like the whole Hearts team's in the box. I see Kyogo. There's like 4 Hearts players in every direction around him before you find the next Celtic player. He is isolated. No one's going into those areas. We're going out wide. Yeah, we're out wide. Taylor to Palma. Palma 1-on-1. Oh, look at that. He's fouled, right? Because he's lucky he was fouled there, because he was not getting by that guy. Guy won the ball off him. It was a foul. I think it was Kingsley. This is where he's positioned. But, like, out wide to do what? Oh, man. Ball from, I think that was Kyogo, by the way, out wide. Played it to Palma at the back post. Palma flicked up, took a shot from point blank range, and it was blocked by a defender. Should have done better with that. Palma with a free kick. Almost, oh! It's going to say very similar to a position where he's whipped one in from before. And he done well. Got on target. Makes Clark save for it. And again, is this maybe a diving catch? Or a goalkeeper smother? Interesting kind of movement there from Clark. I'm interested in just how some of these goalkeeper actions are getting recorded. Saves. No. Nothing that interesting yet. Sorry, guys. Palma rocking up to a 50 here with some of those shots on target and whatever else he's maybe been credited for. 42 minutes on the clock. I've not been muted. Can hear me all. Thanks very much. Afternoon, Mikey Basson. Good afternoon, everyone that's joining us live. Need Kyogo to pull his finger out. Yeah, I can say that again. Why did everyone want Quant to come on? Clark has been solid. Not sure if Gordon will make it back into the pitch at this rate. Yeah, Clark's not put a foot wrong in this game. I don't know about calling him solid, but he's definitely not put a foot wrong. What do you think of Brendan? I overall like Brendan, to be honest with you, but like, he's in the position where bad workman blames his tools. And I think he is in that position now where he's already saying we need better quality players and these kind of things, yada yada. And he's not problem solving with them. You know, like, there's guys out there, I won't name them. There's guys out there, managers, coaches that deal with the players they have. and think about new ideas, how to get the most out of them in the system they're trying to move, rather than getting them to come up to the system. Hope you are well, despite the score. Anything positive in terms of a comeback? Fist bump. MU player clips. The comeback's still on, mate. Of course, it's never over till it's over with Celtic at home, but 2-0, getting closer to half time. We would want that to be 2-1, you know, before we can really realistically start to get the optimism around this situation again. But okay, I think that's one of the ones here. There we go. I thought we'll get a wee hate watcher or two coming up today, and there's one. How do I do it on this system? Or do I maybe need to do it on this one? Yeah. Sorted. Goal kick from Hearts. Play stopped there for a wee check on someone with a niggle. And yeah, gets flicked over the top and goes out for a Celtic goal kick. And we're going to try and take it quick. We need a goal before half time. We really need to make, you know, we need to get a goal in before half time. There's just no two ways about it. Goal kick, and yeah, we've got it. Hearts have just ran back into their own half. And we're going to get possession of the ball. Mikey Johnson almost clotheslined by a guy. No foul. Hearts have the ball. They give it away to Joe Hart. Yeah, that's about wild. We should have got a free kick there, you think? But Scales is on the ball. And Scales can play it easily enough to, I think that's Taylor, in the kind of midfield zone. Carter Vickers now playing it wide for Mikey Johnson. Mikey for Alistair. Alistair wide right, 1v1 with a guy. Alistair Johnson, can he go by him? Finds Vickers on that kind of edge of play situation. Now, ball played in from the right-hand side. Doesn't beat anyone. Cleared high into the sky. Edge of the box. It's bobbling around. Scales is going to try and take a hold of the ball. And the ref blows for a Hearts free kick. No one's happy with it in green and white. Don't know if we'll see a replay. God knows what he's blowed for here. Xander Clark's going to take this free kick. This just feels like a dodgy decision and a half. The shark is coming out. Yeah, this is wild. This is a wild result. There's no two ways about it. Should be a goal kick, but you're probably going to give Hearts the corner, aren't you? Yeah, Hearts corner. Maybe it is a corner. Didn't look like one from where I'm sitting, but I'm not there. I'm here. Afternoon, Quinny. Oh no, I've caught that one, sorry. Don't fancy Celtic defensively today. Yeah, it's hard to... Well, we can see the two already. Now, it must be said, we've not been cut open. You know, it's a corner and a direct free kick. But, hey, Hearts have done it. There's a lot of banter going on at this dead ball here. You can see Shanklin smiling and talking trash. I think maybe it's Scales and some of the guys. So, there's another corner going here. Nobody's losing men this time. Hearts are bunched up, doing the same game as last time. Hart comes out, gets a fist to it. And it comes to the edge of the box. I think that's Palmer who flicks it clear. The ball almost gets to the halfway line. I'd call that quite an effective clearance. And Celtic are going to go and press now with, I think this is Mikey and Kyogo. Goes all the way back to Xander Clark. We're going to get 4 minutes of added time. And yeah, it's getting into the halfway line. We've got, yeah, McGregor gets his foot on the ball, retains possession, and we start to get it back out to this right-hand side again. We are desperate to play it on the right. Mikey Johnson almost takes out for a throw-in again. He manages to keep it in, but he loses the ball. And now Hearts have got it, and they're coming down the left-hand side. Alistair Johnson is doing his best to cover back up the ground. 17 swings it into the front post, and good tackle from Scales. Is that a corner? Maybe a last man tackle? Maybe a last man tackle? Liam Scales conceded a corner. Does it just count as a possession lost? That's kind of rubbish. It's kind of a last man tackle, that one. Interesting. I suppose it won't be a tackle because he never kept the ball. I suppose. Hearts play another corner in, front post this time. It's met by McGregor. effective clearance to the edge of the box. Hearts, wee bit of heady tennis. They bring the ball down and they're playing it all the way back to their goalkeeper. 47, 48 minutes. Another minute or so on the clock. And then we'll be at half-time, guys. And I think I'll be having a cigarette at half-time after watching this. There's no two ways about it. If you're watching this on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, I think they're the only places we're out live. I'll maybe swap the cameras when I'm smoking just so you don't see that. But this has been a dire first half from Celtic overall. Like, can I be honest with all you watching this, right? It's about 40 of you on YouTube. I'm not too sure about the other ones, but when I'm a coach, right? I've got a UEFA license. And see, when I started coaching, I remember people would say something to me like, "Oh, would you like to be Celtic coach?" And see, inside, I always used to think to myself, "No, I probably wouldn't do a good job." But this is the kind of thing I would think would happen if I was a Celtic manager. You know, the players don't feel like that. I don't know, man. This is the open play is just. It feels like there's just no ideas, no joined up thinking, and like there's no clear routes to go. I think I'd be able to train pretty good routes to go personally, right? But I just mean like I'd be out my depth professionally. That's kind of what. And I think what would that out their depth professionally coach look? You know, what would the team look like? I think it would be like that. Obviously, we know that's a bit different with Rodgers. So then it's a case of is maybe all these comments about I want more quality in the squad, or you know, all the rotations, maybe some of the opinions that he shared with the players, maybe he has told some of them that we don't know about yet. Their time is up. They're going to be chucked. You know, there's a few things maybe we're unaware of at the moment, but like O'Reilly's up for it. McGregor's up for it. Palma's playing desperate as always, like in a good way. I think he's desperate to impress. But Turnbull, Mikey Johnson, Taylor, MIA, men down. Alistair Johnson's not been that good either. He's probably been more bad than good. But I think he's out here with Mikey Johnson losing every duel imaginable. We're at half-time, guys. We'll just wait for the sorare data. Oh, no, we've got it here confirmed. First half ends. We'll hit a little refresh and we'll go over the scores on the doors. We'll get a little chat from you guys. See what you guys are giving it. Alex Wilson, over Kyogo. Now, I am a Kyogo guy. Like, I'm a huge Kyogo fan. I don't get him starting against Feyenoord, and I don't get him starting this match. Was scoring goals. Kyogo wasn't. Kyogo, from where I'm sitting, has done nothing to display so on Wednesday night or today. So, but you can't take Kyogo off. He's such a good finisher. He's not scored. He's due. We need him in a game like this. You have to get a good system playing both of them together. But it's not 4-4-2 or 4-2-4, however Rodgers wants to blend that out when he just leaves McGregor and O'Reilly to their own devices in midfield. We want a 3-5-2, 3-4-3, depending on where you would kind of finesse Palma and Kyogo around each other. Necessarily, but yeah. It's been not bad, like, you know, in terms, like I say, we've not been cut open. It's not like Hearts have came for us and we've had punters at errors and someone's been really below par in that regard. But we've not created that much, and they've had some really knife-edge chances that they've taken, you know, gilt edge, you might say. We'll start with Mikey Johnson, who has to be subbed off at half-time. He's lost possession 18 times. 18 times he's lost possession in the first half. He has won possession once. He's lost 6 duels, 1-0. He's done nanty. Done nothing but lose the ball. That's all he's done this game. We're going for him all the time. It has to stop. Dies in my head a second half, all day, every day. Alistair Johnson, like I say, I do feel he's been hung out to dry. A few of these fouls have been in recovery situations and whatever. The goals conceded obviously harm him. Possession lost 11 for him. A few of them will be some of these duels that, that Mikey Johnson has lost, it must be said. Duel loss for him. At least he's won a few. And yeah, he's actually getting into the box. He's actually winning some contests in the final third. I don't think AJ's been that bad, but he's been getting caught really high, supporting Mikey. And then when the ball turns over, he's way out of position and he's recovering-ish, but he's not He's not recovering like a demon like Hatate would be. Matt O'Reilly, imperious on 41. Doesn't put a foot wrong. Has definitely been trying the most. Been probably the best player on the ball. Not had much to do in terms of, like, he's not been put on the ball in dangerous areas often enough. I don't recall many shots or real attempted assists, as it were. So we peek at Kyogo. In the attacking sense, has he got a shot away? He's got one shot away somehow, somewhere in this match. One pass and nothing else. He's just been absent. He's always got, like, this back three turns into a back six, and Kyogo is in the middle of it all the time. And we are just passing the ball. See, because this is on the good system, I can go and get the tactics board. So I'll probably set that up in a second, and I can demonstrate some stuff, which will be good fun. If you want to see that, actually, this is probably a good thing for engagement. If you want me to get the tactics board out and show you what I'm talking about, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and all that good stuff. McGregor, how's he been shaping up first half? I think he's been really energetic, and I think he's, you know, every time they score, they get more and more into the game. Not that he's ever been out of it, but he's trying to grab the game. He's trying to grab the game by the scruff of the neck. And there's some people around him that are just letting him down. Score's okay so far. Palma, let's see what he's been up to. So he's got a shot. He's got a few won contests. I find that really amazing that he gets those statistics, to be honest with you. I haven't watched him intently for this half. I can see where those won contests have came from. The BCM was a BCM. He should have scored. Let's see. Possession lost 13 times. And this is a guy who's playing balls into the box, right? So some of his possession lost is like when Hearts win a header and it goes out the box. I don't mind it too much with him, but I know from watching this game, Mikey Johnson's 18 possession lost as he's getting his pocket picked. He's just not been good enough one-on-one in general. He's just not there. Let's see what else for Palma. A couple of passes. Jewel lost 4, Jewel 1. How does he get Jewel's 1? How does he get Jewel's 1? It makes no sense. David Turnbull, what's he been up to in the first half? An effective clearance, an interception. He's just not been involved that often. He's been quite high up in the pitch, and again, he's just getting the odd touch here or there. He's not influenced the game positively or negatively, really much either way. Taylor, as I say, I'm honestly, like, I think he does worse and worse every week at the moment, it feels like. The stats look okay so far, a bit of attacking output, passing has been okay. Possession lost 12 times for him, but 7 of them are missed passes. So, okay. Defensive stuff, nothing. General stuff, nothing. He's just been a bit meh. Had a shot from the edge of the box. I think we see that accredited here. Yep, we do. He's been okay, but he's just not. He's not Taylor from last season or whatever. Scales, I think, is the highest scoring player in the outfield, isn't he? Yes, he is. Or the highest scoring player for Celtic, sorry, I should say. He's got a 1 contest. He's got a penalty area entry. That was that little drop of the shoulder thing, if you remember that. On possession stats, he's got 20 points. A huge amount of passes already in the first half. 10 duels won, 0 or 1 lost. Imperious at the back there. 8 long balls into opposition. Accurate balls into the final third. Then result in, yeah, 1 of them got into the penalty area. So that's a good long ball. He's won a tackle, few effective clearances. And also the goals conceded really hurt him and nothing else. But yeah, Big Scales has been good. Carter Vickers, how's he looking? He's got no tackles locked in, he's got 1 interception, no duels positive, lost possession 3 times, 1 missed pass. Big man's been solid. 48 accurate passes for him, nothing in the attacking sense. So yeah, I feel that Celtic have been really like a second gear team this whole half. We've not created anything. Hearts have not cut us open at all. But when we lose the ball, I'm going to check the likes and see if you wanted me to get the tactics board thing out. Let's see. Can we get to... Let's see, can we get to... a few more likes. Cochrane going mad this game. Cochrane has had Mikey Johnson not only in his pocket, but on a lead. Like, he's just not went anywhere. Cochrane has been bossing at this game from start to finish. Right, I'm going to mute my mic for a second so I can eat my Twix. I'll get the tactics board set up. unmuted now. Finish my Twix. We've set the tactics board up. Okay, so the problem we've got here is every time the ball is getting played out, Hearts' 3-5-2 becomes more... Oh, my mouse is stuck with this guy. And I'm just making more Hearts players. Right, stop. 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 Oh, I've got too many... These blooming... There we go. Get rid of them. One of them gets stuck to my mouse there. Sorry, guys. Right, I think that's enough, isn't it? 3, 5... Yeah. So they're coming in... They're basically retreating back into being like a 6. And Kyogo is here. In the middle of all this, by himself. We're getting the ball out to like Palma, who's trying to play balls into this area. And yes, sometimes there's a wee flick for him. Maybe O'Reilly can come in and support here as well. Maybe Turnbull's not too far away. But this is how Hearts are defending. Plain and simple. They're just putting everyone back there. Like we said at kickoff, leaving these two guys a bit busy. One of them's going a bit higher, while the other one's, I think it's Shanklin, just a little bit less mobile, kind of patrolling around here. But in the second half, like guys, all we're doing is moving the ball from left to right, trying to play the ball down here. Can we play it in? Nope, there's too many Hearts players. They clear it. We get the ball back. Can we play it to Palma? Nope, he can't beat his guy. It's a Hearts free kick, or maybe he wins a wee duel. Plays a delivery in here, and oh, Hearts guy wins it. Out it goes, and it's going nowhere. We need to get on if we're going to be playing this game. And Mikey Johnson is doing nothing on this side of the pitch. He needs to go. For me, this is the way we go. Second half, we go 3-5-2. We pile on. Do we put Palma here? Do we put maybe put Palma there? Johnson for Dyson. Mikey Johnson, that is. And who else did I want on? We wanted on Dyson. I don't mind Taylor being the left back, to be honest with you. You could put Bernabe there if you wanted. And Turnbull. Who else did we want on? Again, I forget who was on the bench. Let me go and check the bench for you guys again. Let's see. Who was on that bench? Oh, of course. Sorry, I'm an idiot. So Turnbull for O. Yeah, could do this. O and Kyogo. Kyogo floating around here. O being the target man. Palma can go out here. Can go out there. You can do Taylor for Bernabe if you want. But, like, let's just get some attackers on. Really, let's just stop. Hearts have only got 2 guys to deal with between Vickers and Scales. And even Alistair Johnson. They can deal with that. We don't need 4 defenders. So you could even take Taylor off for like a Yang or a Bernabe or somebody. I'd probably go Bernabe just with the pace. Now, I don't think he'll make all these changes at halftime, but this is what I would be thinking. Go 3-5-2. Try and overload the attackers a bit more. Try and get these guys into dangerous spots. Make Hearts make bad decisions. Put them in bad positions and make it really hard for them to get out. And if they are going to get out, like, we're losing 2-0 anyway. Who cares if it's this? Really, like, it's not that bad. We need to go and win the second half. What is your opinion on Joe Hart's contract that ends in May? Will he be renewed? Andre Alonso. Now, I don't think Joe Hart's contract will be renewed, to be honest with you. It's just probably not working in the Celtic model. His age, they can't sell him for money. There's no point in keeping him, really. The only benefit is if you cannot find someone else to come in, keep him. So I think Celtic will keep the door open on it, but I think they'll find somebody before long because he is just not good enough. Like, it's not. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's just not good enough. He's like a 6 out of 10 goalkeeper right now. We need an 8 out of 10. Simple as that. Or a guy who aspires to be 8 out of 10. Joe Hart is quite happy being 6 out of 10. And if he wakes up tomorrow being 5 out of 10, he'll be quite happy he's 5 out of 10. You know, that's the way Joe Hart is now. That's where he is in his career. We want a guy, if he is 5 or 6 out of 10, but he's aiming to be 8, he's still trying to push, he's still like got something to prove, more room to grow, you know, that kind of thing. I can see Joe Hart ending up in MLS like that. Oh! We've got substitutions, guys. Sorare data is on the intel here. So, only what? What game is he watching, man? That's only 1 sub here. It says there's 2 subs on the ticker, but we've got Turnbull coming off as well. Let's see what's on the ticker. Wow. Guys, Did I not just about call that? Or did I not just about call that? So we've got a triple change. Maeda for Johnson. Nailed it. O for Turnbull. Nailed it. Alistair Johnson for Ralston. Okay, like, I don't mind it, I guess. It's definitely not... I don't get what you gain from that. If you think Alistair Johnson's having a stinker, like, I get that, but I don't think he's having that bad a game where you take him off at half-time. Sorry, I'm just trying to line this screen up for you guys. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, so I don't think Alistair Johnson was having that bad a game where you take him off, personally. So I find that weird. We're staying with 4 at the back. So what worries me about when we do this, so let's get the tactics board back out, right? So what did we actually, where's the board for me? So we've still kept the same shape. We've got O'Reilly, we've got McGregor, we've got Palma. This is still Taylor, of course. We've got Kyogo, we've got O, we've got Dyson, and yeah, so we're going 4-2-4. Now, the main problem I've got with this, right, is it's just this, it's just with these two, you just need to, you just get worried sometimes you might get pulled left to right a bit too quick. This is Ralston now, so maybe Ralston's going to hang fire. Let's watch and see how the game pans out. The game's back up and going now, but I'll try and maybe display some stuff for you now. I've got this set up, and Celtic are shooting the opposite way, so it might be a wee bit of a head scratcher for me, but Kyogo's kind of roaming about there now. Like, Kyogo's kicking about there now, kind of doing a bit of this, you know, just floating about here. He's not getting the ball or anything. This is actually quite cool if I could keep this up, but it'll be quite hard. Palma and Taylor are kind of out here, passing the ball around between each other. Scales is on the ball now. Taylor. Yeah, so we'll see how it shapes up. Where is O? O's out this way somewhere. He's kind of hanging about there. And then Kyogo's like here, and O'Reilly's there. Palmer's picked up the ball here and played in a great ball at the back post, by the way. Palmer's picked up the ball like in this kind of area. Pinged one in like that. And Kyogo just almost got on it. Very close, very, very close. Decent. So how did that happen? McGregor, Taylor, Scales... down the left, yeah, come back down the left here. McGregor, Taylor, Scales around here, out to Palma, and then ping for Kyogo. That's a route to go. I like that. More of that, please. That's good. That's good. So Palma, yeah, like I say, we can get a bit. If we can get Palma into the middle, that ball can be a bit more effective, and you get more people to play with and hit. I'm not that keen that we're still at 4 at the back, to be honest with you. But anyway, I'm going to go back to the normal screen. We'll come back to the tactics board if we want or need later. Awesome. Right. Hearts are still winning 2-0. Would you believe it? The fight has gone right out of this lot. No midfield. Kyogo starving of service. Wouldn't be beating the Rangers now. Total shambles. Fans not trying to back the team. Back GB. We're a joke. Bring back GB. We're a joke. Neil Taylor. I can't really hear the fans. I've got the volume down on this so that I don't get like copyright strikes and stuff like that. The first like 2 minutes of the half has been a good start. But I thought at first there was only one submate at halftime, and I was about to lose my shit. But I suppose if you take off Alistair and Mikey, then they kind of share the burden of the weakness on the right-hand side, and he's not singling one of them out, which maybe is fair until he gets to the analysis tape. You know, you can watch the game back later on, perhaps. But we've got Cochrane counter-attacking here, wildly down the left, trying to do a wee back flick off Dyson Maeda and buy a throw-in, but it backfires and it's a Celtic throw-in. Dyson's on, looking sharp and lively. Probably need to bring the bench into screen now a little bit. Yeah, we maybe need to zoom out a little bit now if we've got a bench to reckon with. So we can see their scores. You guys also know the main score. 2-0. We'll watch how it shakes out. And yeah, I did promise myself a wee half-time one. But we've got by it. We're charging on. We need a goal, guys. We need goals pronto. The sorare data notifications are substitutions only. It is criminal. Absolutely criminal. Wee bit more huff and puff from Celtic, certainly. Oh, a short corner. Oh, and this time it's a bit of a routine. It buys a better angle for the cross, but the cross was rubbish. And Hearts clear it. Goes to nobody to nowhere. 2-6. Oh, yeah, guys. We need a goal pronto. We need a goal pronto. We're looking for a hero. Joe Hart can go now. Said it all along. Likes being parked on his goal line. Yeah, he's in decline. There's just no two ways about it. Hart is 12th on the prevented goals in the league, which isn't surprising, but his low percentage is very low. I have a limited. Should I sell him? I think Joe Hart will go to MLS. Like, I think he'll be a very good MLS goalkeeper. Like, in general. Like, I'm not selling mine. As long as he doesn't retire or go to Saudi, I don't really care. As long as he leaves, like, that's kind of what's expected, really. The Heart scores in this game are really picking up, man. Cochrane and Grant. Grant's been there kind of all game, really, but Cochrane beside him now just kind of emphasises it. As they get our shot away. Yeah. So, I think it's, honestly, man, I cannot wait to hear out what Rodgers has got to say about some of this crap today. Turnbull done nothing. Absolutely nothing. The Johnsons, just to keep it like that now, but I think it was Mikey. Rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Hearts are still sniffing about a third goal, by the way. It's not coming, but they're still trying. They're still trying. And here we go. It's getting played down the right-hand side here. I think this is O'Reilly trying to fizz it into Maeda. And Maeda, although on that right wing spot, is like back to his old self in that terms of getting in there in the forward role. Not really in that right mid area like Johnson was, more right forward. Ball played from right to left over and high. Palmer can't get there. Goes out for a goal kick. Rodgers is encouraging them from the sideline. Let's see. Not good enough, Celtic. Not good enough. Hearts cannot get out their half at the moment, which is nice, but they get some sort of nonsense free kick. Booking for Dyson. Oh, great. Dyson, honestly, is the most hard done to player in Scottish football, honestly. Like, he gets booked. Wow, that is atrocious. That is atrocious. He gets booked for all sorts of nothings. And see the amount of stuff that people get away with on him is incredible. And I think, like, when he first came, he used to be really shocked and really quite angry with referees. But now he's got that kind of, like, solemn samurai kind of thing going on where he just looks at them and doesn't say anything, you know, like, respect the official and honour and all that kind of vibe. But it's getting ridiculous now. Like, honestly, if you look at Daizen Maeda, every match he plays, he gets incessantly fouled and gets nothing for it. And when you see what he's been booked for there, it is laughable, to say the least. Laughable. Excuses, we have injuries is the sham. Players getting a chance are just not fit to wear the jersey. Not looking forward to the 30th of December. Well, Neil, I totally agree with you, right? But there is a line to that, right? Because you can't expect Celtic to have Daizen Maeda, Liel Abada, even as a prospect level of player, down to the 6th and 7th winger and forward, you know? So, like Mikey Johnson and Forrest, these guys are behind the aforementioned, and Kyogo, and Palma, and there's another one, Yang. Or maybe Yang's behind Johnson, in fact. But we definitely, and Theo, it's not, you know, so like, I don't think they're in a good spot in the squad anyway. It's just really painful that we need them so heavily right now. 2-0 to City, that's good to hear. What City cards do I have this week? Just Bernie. I wonder how Bernie's getting on. Oh, well, I've always got Champion Euro this week, haven't I? Dyson's on. Let's see. Where is Bernardo? 2-0. I've got 1-0 here. Wee Bernie only on a 47. Let's hope that picks up. All Black's doing pretty well with his clean sheet, by the way. Where is Bernie? Right mid. Has he got any defensive stats? No, none yet. Come on, Dyson. Come on, Celtic. Marshall's just made 2 top saves. Love that. I think I put him in a wasted team now as well. Let's have a quick peek at... Where is Marshall? Where did I put him? There, with Chanot, who gets sent off. So, rubbish team. Unlucky. Unlucky me. Ball's bobbling around the Hearts box. Goes for a goal kick. McGregor believes that was a corner. This referee's giving us nothing, man. Absolutely nothing. Now it's 2. Is it? I'll check again. Decisive for me? Nope. Rico Lewis goal? Maybe. No assist given for it yet. Let's hope it's a Bernardo Silva. It's disallowed still. Oh no. I think I missed that earlier message. It is 2-0 this time. But yeah, Celtic playing the ball around the kind of midfield zone at the back. We do kind of look free at the backish at the moment. I don't know if Taylor's invaded midfield. We're playing the ball down the right now for Dyson on the turn. Oh, on the shoulder there. Could have got a touch, but the defender just beat him to it and Hearts managed to clear. That was a good wee turn of play. And finally, a kind of delivery we can feed off of from a player that's got the right idea going forward, you know. Unlucky So it was O'Reilly playing the through channel there for Dyson, and then yeah, good ball at the front post, lovely tackle from the Hearts player, it must be said. Barkas with a penalty save, classic. Yeah, well, he's mentioned Barkas earlier, and yeah, he's loved in Holland now, isn't he? He's a mad cult icon. Oh yeah. 2-0, approaching the 60th minute. This is just not good enough. We've not scored. We've just not scored yet. Now, it's nice to see we're starting to invade the final third a bit more. Who's that? Is that O? It's interesting to see how everyone's kind of positioned up. So, yeah, it's kind of like... Yeah, we're kind of taking up a little bit of a... back four diamond-y thing. Taylor coming inside there. But the defence is about 30 yards away from the Hearts goal. Hearts are so deep here. We're playing it around quite nicely. We got a nice cross into the box, by the way, which was maybe a foul or something. I don't know, but it's been cleared away. And Vickers has the ball with 2 Hearts players still close to him in Scales and Taylor. Taylor's now nipped in there. Scales is wide left now. Scales fizzes the ball forward to O. O holds it up, plays with Taylor. Taylor to Scales. Scales to Palma. Palma comes inside, drives. That'll be a wee dual win maybe for him. Plays the ball inside before the man can touch him. Overlapping pass for Kyogo. He turns on his left foot, takes the shot. As a deflection on that, surely, for a corner. Nope, they're acting like it's over. It's off target. It's a goal kick. Shot from inside the box. Kyogo, over. 1-0 Saints. Well done, Ian. Who are you beating again? Is it Hibs? Ah, you're playing Hibs, aren't you? Levitt Horror. Hibs 1-0 down at St Johnstone. Celtic, man, come on. Come on, Celtic. We're playing the ball out from the back here. Ralston from Joe Hart. Ralston's just invading up the pitch here. Gets to the halfway line and scoops a diag. Lovely one, by the way. Palma brings it down. First touch is nice. Second touch, man. Jesus, take it by him. Takes a third and a fourth touch, turns his back on the guy, then tries to run it down the line. The guy takes the ball off him. He falls on his face. And then it's 2v1. Hearts have got the ball. We've won it back now, just thanks to McGregor and Taylor. McGregor's played it into inside right. It's got wide right with Dyson. Dyson's tried to come back inside, but played it to a Hearts player. Kyogo tries to rush it and win it back, but the Hearts player drops his shoulder, keeps possession, runs across the pitch. Like this guy's ran all the way across the pitch. Plays with one of the Hearts forwards, a 1-2. Scales intervenes along with Taylor. Celtic have possession again, but Celtic have now got 6 players in their own half, approaching the halfway line, carrying the ball over. in the 59th, 60th minute, pushing forward, trying to play an easy, quick ball in there for O. I say easy wasn't the right word, sorry, quick was the word, but it was intercepted by the Hearts player. Now Hearts, number 22, is out here on the wide right, playing inside for Shankland. Shankland and Scales, and then inside for his partner. He plays it back to Shankland. Shankland's playing around, and then McGregor, interception. We flick round the corner for Kyogo. Kyogo tries to fizz it into O, but O's trying to play into space. Kyogo wants to play him to feet, because Kyogo will never play someone else in for a shot on goal. All the space there was in behind. Kyogo should know that as a striker and play that pass. But he goes to play feet. Ball breaks down. It's been kicked about a little bit. It's a Hearts throw-in just inside their own half. 60 minutes on the clock. Cochrane on an 87.8 with a clean sheet bonus, in fact. Kingsley only on a 64. He's probably been hemorrhaging a lot of AA outside this game. Celtic on the break here, but McGregor plays it through for Dyson Maeda. Dyson's in the box. 50-50, shoulder to shoulder with his guy. He can predict the ball well enough, and the guy kicks it out for a throw-in. Dyson lets it go. It takes the throw-in sharp to McGregor. McGregor for O'Reilly. It's a wee underlapping run from Ralston. Doesn't really go anywhere with anyone. McGregor inside for Taylor. Taylor plays it wide left to Palma. Palma's got time and space. He takes 2 touches and a shot, and it goes straight to the goalkeeper. Terrified that someone closes him down. 1 touch, 2 touch. Shoot, because someone's going to close him down. Not a good position to shoot from. Not what we're trying to do in the build-up play. Number 25, he's got a bit of a mullet. It's been a long time since we've seen him. Alexandro Bernabei is going to be coming on. Must be for Taylor. Imagine it's for Palma. It is for Palma! Ooh! Woohoo! Mudded. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Oh! We know he's shite. Just say it. We know he's shite. Subbed off for Bernabei. 2-0 down. Luis Palma. I don't even know what to say to that, guys. I am flabbergasted. 60 minutes in. Now, I'm not a mad Palma guy, as you know. I'm actually, really doubt his ability to be a Celtic number 7. And never mind replace Jota. But, if we are bringing on Bernabei for Palma at this point, what the hell is going on in that bench? Palma, the only thing he has going for him is set-piece delivery. How did Hearts get their second goal? Oh yeah, it was a jammy-ass free kick from 30 yards, direct on target. Do we have anyone that could do that? Oh, we did, but we took him off for a left-back who never got into the Champions League squad, who hasn't been seen forever. We're 2-0 down. Oh. Take Taylor off. Take off. Why bring on Ralston? We've got 5 defenders on. Fucking me, man. Oh. Well, yeah, it has to be a statement to the board, and that's probably... Sorry, Josh. I hope that is what it is, because this is just fucking ridiculous. What am I seeing here? Two seconds, guys. Oh, sorry, guys. Really needed the toilet. Taking off the best forward at 2-0 down. The best forward is, let's say, an ever-changing term at Celtic. He's definitely the one with the most, like, his abilities are currently the ones that are working the best. Like, he's got the most goals and assists in the last 10 games. So wherever he's getting goals and assists from is working over the last 10 games, certainly. I mean, you're 2-0 down. Well, we've got a corner, and we're doing this bullshit again, man, where we play 2 or 3 passes, turns into a cross again to the back post. Maybe a bit of a wild shout for a penalty there on Scales, but kind of falling back. I don't know. Maybe another day you get one of those ones. Maybe there's an elbow. Maybe there wasn't. We'll see. We expect VAR, to be honest, don't we? But anyway, it goes out for a goal kick. Hearts are going to make a double sub. 64 minutes in. We've made 4 subs. 1 sub remaining. Who is on the bench? Bernardo, Forrest, Quan, and Welsh. Who would be our final sub? It's probably going to be Bernardo, isn't it? Oh, jumping Jesus, man. So what needs a rehaul? The players, the tactics of the manager. Palma good, but ain't Jota level. You wouldn't see Palma linked to Prem clubs. Burger, stop saying that. We're not bringing on Quan. It's just not happening. No Quan for us. Let's fix this little tab again, sorry. No Quan for us. I think the manager needs players that he wants to bring in. Like, he's obviously changing the style of play from Ange Ball, right? And the team wasn't totally fit for Ange Ball anyway. But a lot of the players just about worked under it. Like Taylor. I was going to say a lot, but it's just really Taylor. Taylor worked better under it. Joe Hart, you maybe forgive him because you're conceding goals anyway when you're playing that Ange Ball style. But when you're playing Brodge Ball, when it's about control and all that stuff, then... yeah, you need a better keeper, you need a better left back, especially when Palma's your winger. You need a left back like Bernabe that can overlap and be a threat and give you a 2v2. You know, maybe he's good in a 2v2, but 1v1 he is non-existent. Bernabe now edge of the box, plays inside for McGregor, gets his pocket picked. And Bernabe gives away a free kick, edge of the Hearts box. Man, this ref is just giving every 50-50 to Hearts he can. Just break up the play, kill the clock. And this is a sorry state of affairs for Celtic. 2-0 down. Don't look like scoring. 67 minutes on the clock. 68 minutes, 69. Depending on where you are, what app you're on, and whatever else. As a K-League fan, I am happy just to see him on the bench. Oh, fair enough. If you're a genuine Quan guy, fair enough. But I don't see how he changes this game. I don't see how he influences it. If you do, by all means, feel free to educate us all. But not seen it from his fleeting appearances so far, as few as they have been. But yeah, we are here at 67 minutes. Celtic 2-0 down. Hearts take a shot from the edge of the box. It's a quick goal kick taken thereafter. And yeah, Scales and Vickers, we're just going to keep doing this passing and build up and move across. Kyogo is more like... So Kyogo's playing just where Turnbull was. We've not changed anything about this team. Kyogo's just playing in the Turnbull role, which, you know, Turnbull and Kyogo touch the ball as often as each other. So that's probably actually quite a smart move. Just put Kyogo in there, because at least he's got a sniff of a shot. Although the wee bastard won't pass to anyone these days. Now here we go. Ball's on the right here. McGregor comes inside. Fizzes a ball into the box there, but just doesn't quite get to its designed destination. What's the phrase I'm looking for here? It's escaped me. It's a determined destination, but yeah. Ball breaks down, goes back into our half. We've got it. We're on the halfway line. Vickers tries to go quick into big long ball, but Hearts win the header. And they scoop in a long ball, and it's 1v1 Scales versus one of their subs. I want to say Civic, but I know Civic's a defender. 77 Vargas, that's who. But we win the ball. We give it to Hart. Hart makes a pass. Sorare Carl, they have moved to the 270 prize boxes. You have missed something, buddy. You need to get the notification bell on the videos, because we had special boxes out this week, and that's where all the 240 limited rewards are. So it's only Freshie, mate. Oh my god. Are you playing 240 limited with the Hearts team? Oh no. Oh, I feel so bad for you, Carl, man. Oh no. There's no cards there, mate. Only Freshie. We play a corner in. Xander Clark catches it. Right on top of the goalkeeper. I feel so bad for you, Carl. Gutted, man. Oh, you get probably some guys hitting big. That's unlucky, mate. I feel that pain. McGregor 51, Scales a 68, Kyogo 29. Sorry, scores down the spine of that team there. Wounded. Carl, mate, that is a wound. That is a battle scar. That's a war story and a half. That is a sorare war story. He's probably had a really busy week. I'm sure there's probably... Oh, Forrest. Forrest is the 5th man. Who's he coming on for? I'm going to say Kyogo. Taylor. Wow, okay. Fantastic. So we've went from 5 defenders on the pitch, and we're back down to 4. That's good of the manager to see that we're 2-0 down and we better get more attackers on the pitch rather than defenders, you know. I think the boxes going out to top 7,000 is great. Me too. Replicates old times of winning a common each week. Yeah, I kind of like that, Burger. I like that kind of vibe. Currently on 370 points. Oh, brutal, mate. Brutal. That'd have been a killer cap score, man. Cochrane is on 98.8. Surely Hearts are not leaving this game with a cleanie. Surely not. I don't think that can happen, surely. So we're sitting here at the moment on 71, 72 minutes, depending on where you're at, minute-wise and stuff like that. Hearts 2, Celtic now. And Celtic now, like, we're actually kind of half struggling to get it out our half. The team is so discombobulated and just like, fuck is going on there, man? Like, honestly, like, what? I'd love to be in that post-match press conference today. Just like, what the fuck was that? Like, that is the only question you can ask. But don't get me wrong, see, on another day, this game is 0-0 or something. Because we've just done nothing to score. And Hearts, I'll say it again, 30-yard, 25-yard free kick and a back post header. Well-worked corner routine, get rid of the marker situation, hide the man, whatever it is they want to call it. So, you know, they've bought their goals off of us. They've worked their goals from training, practice, etc. There's nothing about this Celtic team that looks trained or rehearsed today. Nada. The nada. Get the ball on Palmer. Palmer can he beat somebody? Give it to midfield. He loses the ball. Let's make some subs. Let's do like for like. Let's keep the same shape. 2-0 down at home, man. My reward box team is desperate for a Maeda decisive, mate. We're all desperate for a Celtic. 2 goals, man. Draw this game at the very least, Celtic. 15 minutes to go. At least draw the game. That's all we can ask for at this stage now. Come on to France. Wee Jimmy's on. Celtic corner. Let's just fix this wee screen. Again, there we go. So, guys, man, I'm fucking disappointed with this, man. I'm just beyond swearing now at this point as well. Like, I just don't care. Oh, I am fuming. Absolutely fuming for this, man. Oh, come on. Surely to Jimmy's. Oh, O'Reilly clips it in. Bernabe. Jesus, man. Bernabe for me, header. O'Reilly cross. And who's that with the touch? Dyson. Shot off target. Dyson wants to score. You know he does, man. You know all those guys are self-motivated that are out there, but just some of them aren't good enough. It's half the problem. And as a team, like, cohesion is zero. Wee Jimmy Cranky. Who's wee Jimmy Cranky? I don't know. That Alex Cochrane, he's on 98. He's probably wee Jimmy Cranky today, isn't he? Uh-oh. Oh, we're back. Bit of a break in communications there, but we're back, guys. It's always fun to win something, and after you give me a 0.001% chance, I will enter that all the time. Well, yeah, it's probably not that far off, like, actual random probabilities of just knocking a 5 together and putting it in All-Star. you know, it's probably not far off what would come to pass anyway. So yeah, I'm with you, mate, on that one. Cockerson and Academy lineup for me. Ian, ouch. Scales slowly becoming the best defender on the site. Unreal consistency. Yeah, losing 2-0 and he's on 68. Scales is a beast. Like, he is a beast. I see some Celtic fans thinking that Naroki comes back into this team. You know, I can't remember who it was. I try and listen to a lot of Celtic fan media, but I've heard a few of them thinking, oh yeah, like when everyone's fit and available, it's Vickers and Naroki. And it's like, do you not see what's going on before you here? Scales is ascending. Like, if Naroki gets back into this team, it's because Scales is sold or injured. Put it like that. Attack down the left, and comes to could have been a goal. Goal kick. Wee Jimmy on the left. Wee Jimmy Forrest. Wee Jimmy Cranky. Is that what we're talking about? Oh, Jesus, man. Even Forrest on the left, man, is more effective than Palma. Like, I can't believe this, man, honestly. Like, this is diabolical. Like, freaking bolical. Like, Bernaby's in at fullback now. Oh my god. This is proper laugh or cry material. Bernaby's in at fullback. Inverted fullback, I might add. Now. Oh my god, man. Rogers, what is going on? This is horrible. This is absolutely diabolical. Like, what did they train all week on? Like, do they do phases of play? Do they practice routes to goal? Nice overlapping run from Bernaby. Forrest plays him in. Lovely cross. McGregor's begging for someone there. Why was no one on the end of that? Good whipped ball from Bernaby. I've actually ran out of words. Like, looking at this, it is absolutely torture. Oh, I think Jay's on his 15th bottle list. Yeah, Jay's not going to be doing too good right now. Thoughts and prayers are with you, buddy. Hope you're alright. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Yeah. 77, 78 minutes on the clock. You know as well the ref's going to add on no time at the end as well if the game gets tight. Come on, Celtic. Bernaby for Forrest out on the left here. Forrest has been stood up. It's 2v2 out here. Forrest inside on the left foot. It's a ball into an area, but no one's there. He's not looked for anyone. Between Scales and Forrest to win the ball back. I was expecting the referee to blow a free kick because that's just what he does, but he doesn't. We keep the ball. We put the ball into the box. One of them wins it. It breaks. McGregor with the header. In between Carter Vickers and I think that's Ralston, it must be. Yeah, ball scooped over for Dyson. Heady tennis on the 18-yard line between three Hearts players. Eventually it comes down to foot height and is cleared. And it's 1v1 Vargas and Scales. Scales touches the head. Puts Vargas on the ball, but he's back to goal, moving towards the touchline. And Vargas tries to hit off Scales to buy a corner. But Scales keeps it and cool as a cucumber and plays it to Bernaby. Oh yeah, a couple of duels won there. Possession one maybe. And then we're playing it out. And we're moving up the pitch. Shots on target in this game must be incredibly crap. Well, Man City's 2-1. Mateta got the goal. 5 shots on target for Celtic. 2 for Hearts. Kind of tells you all you need to know here. 1 BCM. I think we got a shot missed coming in here for Dyson. So let's see. Still 2-0. Oh. Oh. Bad ball, Ralston. McGregor misses out on it. Oh, but here we go. We've won the ball. And shot blocked. Comes back to the halfway line. Burnaby's on it. Brings it into the halfway of the half. Swings it to the kind of back box area where Ralston is. It gets headed to the edge of the 18-yard box. It's a wee bit of heady tennis. Hearts players are loving it. They're just keeping it up there. Burnaby brings it down. Nice touch for McGregor. McGregor now plays it just to the right of him for, I think it's Ralston. Ralston plays it forward to O'Reilly. O'Reilly lines up a shot from the edge of the box, buys a corner. Ederson, the Joe Hart of the Prem. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? So funny how, while such a brilliant team collectively, City cannot keep a clean sheet to save their lives. Yeah, well, clean sheets are overrated, I guess, is probably what guys like Pep and Postecoglou think. Don't really care, as long as you win. That's kind of their attitude, I think. Don't think they care at all about clean sheets. Now, Celtic have got the ball in the box here from that corner. It's been brought down. Nice wee dribble on the right-hand side, but ball's blocked. Then it moves on to another player, and then it's cleared. Hearts are just dealing with everything, man. Celtic just don't offer anything in this game above, like, basic level threat. If you change the kits on this, like, it's just, or not even change the kits, but if you change Celtic's kits and put on Dundee United or Hibs or something, like, you wouldn't, your opinion of the match wouldn't change too much. Like, Hearts have won through two things, but otherwise there's nothing going on in this match. Nothing's happened. It has been absolutely devoid of quality, absolutely devoid of action, and it's just been lacking inspiration on the pitch. Rodgers has made 5 subs. Most of them, I'm really happy. To be honest with you, I would have made very similar ones, but I just think they were still way too cautious. We ended up with 5 defenders on the pitch at one point. Statement to the board, perhaps. 2 seconds, sorry guys. I think one of my heaters went off. I wasn't sure if I heard a wee ping there. I've not got a good history of electrics in this studio. just me personally. Things are on too long sometimes. They overheat. And thought I heard a wee ping, and I just felt, it doesn't feel like this is on anymore. So I'll just unplug that for now. See how it goes. So yeah, we're losing heat as it goes. And can you laugh, you'll cry. 82nd minute. Burnaby and Forrest down the left is the most promising route to go. Forrest beats a man, plays the ball to the front post, but Hearts have still got 2 defenders everywhere. So guess who wins the ball? A Hearts player. We've still got the ball. It's out on the left-hand side, 3v3. It's been worked inside for Scales by McGregor, but Scales comes back out to Burnaby. Burnaby back to Scales. Scales inside here. O'Reilly's just in his way, sort of. He has to give the ball to Vickers. The team is basically all 30 yards from goal. It's out on the wide right here. A wee bit of trickery and dancing from, I'm not too sure who. I would think it's Ralston if I wasn't mistaken. But it's now inside. It's moving the ball around quite quickly now between Burnaby and McGregor. It's a wee bit crowded there with some Hearts players. In a kind of midfield 4 diamond in front of their back 6 now. And on the right-hand side, left-footed ball in from O'Reilly. It has to be a corner, surely. Header attempt from Kyogo. Is it a shot off target again it's going to be counted as? Or is it everyone's acting like shot off target, goal kick. Scales on an 82. 82. People think Scales is going to get dropped for Narocki. You might be sitting there thinking, oh, Quinny, it's just so rare scores. But this is tracking his actions in the game. 5 points in defence, 4 tackles, 3 effective clearances. 34 points in possession, 17 duels won, 70 passes, 20 accurate final third passes, 12 accurate long passes into the opposition. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. 1 interception. Oh man, see if we can get another interception before this game is out. He'll definitely hit 100, you would think. 1 more interception for Scales and he'll break a 100, which is mad. take for Grant here. So the Grant score at 80 points has been locked in. He's been subbed off. We've done 10 when it played him in a game week, I suppose, is all I can say about that. Essentially the 85th minute of the match now. Oh, brings the ball down, plays it wide right, over the top for Dyson. Flag goes offside. Yeah. Not a big fan of how this game has been approached and apparently prepared for as well. Like, I don't see how the Celtic plan on opening Hearts up. Scales to Bernaby. Bernaby on the left-hand side now. Comes inside for Scales once more. Scales, hoddling and troddling. Scales to Bernaby. Bernaby, big cross into the box. We've got a header on it from Celtic, but it's bouncing around, heady tennis. O tries to bring it down. A Hearts player kind of flicks it and clears it, and someone's going to give something against Celtic. That's what happens now. An offside, or a foul, or the goalkeeper will fall over, or it's not really happened today, to be fair, but just in general. Normally how these things pan out. So yeah, guys, very disappointed in my team so far today. Very, very disappointed. I don't think Kyogo is the same guy. I think he might be out the door. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of this team could be shipped. I think Rodgers might say, like, I don't know, just the way things have went, and the way the noises. I know Lagerbielke, all that stuff we mentioned earlier in the stream. I wouldn't be surprised, man, if he just went cash in on half this squad and let me rebuild it. Because, like, Ange, number one's a hard act to follow. And number two, like, it's very different. So, I don't know. I love the team, man. I don't want to see anyone sold, but I just don't see how Rodgers moves this team on. Like, there's nothing here to suggest that beyond signing the Philippe Coutinho, let's say, to use an analogy, that we're missing just a guy that's amazing that you can just put into this team and put it on his shoulders. It's clearly not coming from the coach. You know, the attacking philosophy and the routes to go, all this stuff. Like, the first thing Rodgers wanted to do when he came back to Celtic was bring his pal, Chris Davis. Where did he go? Tottenham. Chris Davis this week was linked to, like, the Sunderland job, the Swansea job. He's been approached by championship clubs to be a manager now as well. I mentioned earlier, I'm a UEFA licensed coach myself. I was at a coaching thing, and he was Chris Davis, the Celtic assistant at the time, took it. It was a brilliant experience. Spoke really well, but I must admit, he didn't really blow me away or anything like that. I didn't think, oh wow, what an amazing coach, or he's got such, like, revolutionary, talking points or whatever. It was very good, elite, clearly. But we've got Kennedy. We've not got him. And there's nothing against Kennedy on that front, but that's what Rodgers wants. He's not got a gang like that. And, I don't see any on-pitch ingenious here. Vente has been sent off with a boot to the face. For a boot to the face of some other guy. Somebody in the chat, Web Scratch, I think it might have been. Somebody was in the chat saying they had a Hibs team with Vente in it. Gales, lovely ball into the box. It's cleared because Hearts have got 500 defenders in the box. Oh, by the way, there's a penalty shout, maybe. See what VAR does. We're getting really feisty attacking play here across the 18-yard box for Hearts. We're managing to actually link up a couple of passes. We're just not quite getting a shot away because there's so many of them. The ball's changed in possession a few times between Dyson, O'Reilly, McGregor. Really just couldn't break down that Hearts wall. That kind of line of defence they've been creating. But very close, but very unlucky. Maybe it's not in the penalty box, so VAR's probably not going to step in. Maybe we'll see what happens. I think it was outside the box. Wasn't you, Web Scratch? Fair enough, buddy. They are looking at it. Yeah. was outside the box. I don't think VAR will be stepping in on it. Scales on 83. I think he was on 84 earlier, so he's maybe peaked out. We need an interception for Scales. That'd be lovely. Right, 89th minute, or 89th and a half minute, 90th minute, depending on where you're at. 91st minute maybe. But this game's over, man. The game is toast. It's been toast since the second goal. The comeback's been on, of course, like we thought, but we've done nothing to instigate it. Subs should have happened first half. Forrest down the left-hand side comes in. Man, I'm just sick of saying this. It's just the same crap over and over again. To nobody, to nowhere. Relentlessly, man. Oh, web scratch was on McGregor and Maeda. And Hearts are making a sub just to kill the last bit of the clock. We're getting 4 minutes of added time, which I find... I don't know if I'd quite call it generous, but I didn't think we would get that much. I don't think there's been that many stoppages. Let's see if we can get the seat working again. Yeah, I think it's working. So yeah, here we go. We're in stoppage time. It's not far off kick. It's not far off done, by the way. It's not that much we've got, and a lot of it's gone already. Scales plays a ball into the box, deep and early. Nice ball. No one gets there. Hearts have just got everyone defending. Let's stop playing nice. Let's stop protecting. Obviously, I don't think the manager's protected anyone's feelings today. Don't get me wrong. But like looking at this now, like the players he subbed off, does he not fancy AJ? Perhaps. I don't know. Feels like a really low priority position to think about. But I'm just looking at those subs. We're talking about messages to the board. Left back, centre mid, left wing, right back. You know. Also, we need Rio back for midfield to be full strength again before we think about the next generation coming through again. We've got a bit of possession. We're trying to get forward. We can't let Hearts leave here with a clean sheet, guys. You know, like that's not even the minimum. That's just, come on, fuck. You know what I mean? Oh, Jesus, man. It's just so pedestrian. Left to right, centre back, centre back, centre back, left to right, right to left, centre back, centre back. We're doing this now. Hearts are only covering like 20, 30 metres of the pitch. Got the whole team there. We just can't actually go through the middle ever. Big ball at the back post. Bernabei tries to rifle a volley in there. Doesn't quite meet it. Ball bobbles around the box. I think it's O brings under control. Gets a shot away across goal. And Dyson Maeda is that far away from touching it in. He just can't reach it with the edge of his boot. And the ball goes all the way out. And it is stopped in the corner flag on the line. The referee is saying it's a Hearts goal kick. I think it was. The camera zoomed in on the... Oh no, he's saying it's a Celtic throw in. It's been taken quick. Bernabei in for McGregor. He flicks it on for O. But O's got 5 Hearts defenders around him. Ball comes to the edge of the box, we swing it in. There's now 6 Hearts defenders against 3 Celtic players. Kyogo, Dyson and O. What are we trying to win here, man? Edge of the box. Flicking it about. Jesus, we get a free kick. We're going to take it quick, probably. We do. Scales plays it for McGregor, wide left. McGregor, inside to Scales. Scales to Vickers. Vickers to midfield, edge of the box. O'Reilly, where's it going to go? It's going to go wide. Oh, no, he's not. O'Reilly turns inside. He's been held up. He's trying to buy a foul. Doesn't go anywhere. He goes back to Scales. Scales to Bernabei. Bernabei, he's coming inside. Oh, he's driving into space. Nice, Bernabei, well done. Nice flick for O'Reilly. Best little sequence of play. Oh, corner kick. 94th minute. O'Reilly pings it in. Headers met. There's a shot away there. I think that was Scales. It's saved and cleared. Goes out for a throw in. Celtic throw in the 94th, 95th minute, depending on how you're reading it. And let's see, McGregor to Vickers. They're just begging for the ref now to end the game. There's no way anything's happening here. We're down the right-hand side. McGregor comes in on the left foot. McGregor for Vickers. Vickers just is like, guys, what are you giving me the ball for? I'm the centre-back. Celtic throw in. And that's it. G-O. Game over. Game over. And guys, what... what a pitiful, pitiful result this has been. Hearts have came to Celtic Park. They've won 2-0. Now, I must say, first and foremost, right off the bat here, both of their goals, or Hearts in general, didn't do much to win this game. Hearts didn't cut us open. They didn't create chances galore. Good, well-worked corner for Shanklin's free header in the 15th minute. And then Kingsley on the stroke of the half-hour mark with a direct free kick from about 25 yards, 30 yards out, something like that. Well done to them for scoring the goals that they did. But they didn't create that many chances outside of that. And tactically, you must give them the credit. They came to Celtic Park with a plan, with an agenda of how they were going to go on. Let me just change the camera around, sorry guys. Of how they were going to go on and actually try and win this match. And looking at the team and looking at the substitutions from the manager and everything as well, it's clear that so many of this squad just aren't up to par. Like, for me, whenever I've been watching Celtic this season, it is clear as day that Palma is not a winger. Like, maybe this guy can play inside forward or play in a midfield attacking area or something like that, but he's not a wide player. He cannot beat anyone for the life of himself. And throughout this game, we're losing 2-0. We've got our backs to the wall. And, you know, we're making changes. We're trying to be proactive in the match. But when you actually look at what's going on in the pitch, nothing's actually changing. This whole entire match... We'll go get the tactics board back on. Tactics board. There we go. Boom. And let's move me over here. This entire match, this is exactly how the game went. Hearts just defended with like 5-6 guys, always in and around the box, just wherever the ball was. It's just always this amount of defence here. And whether it was O throughout the second half or whether it was Kyogo for the majority of the game, we just had a guy up there dead to the world, useless to man nor beast, not contributing anything to the game or the team. No plan on trying to get into any centre zones in this area with any of the players to go on and actually create anything. By bringing on O, we're giving a bit more credibility to playing in balls with Palma. The only thing Palma gives you is delivery, is set-piece delivery, is a good cross, a good shot from in and around this area. You can't beat a man. Some of his passing is okay. I've not seen enough of it. It is mainly crosses and shots. So I'm not convinced this guy can even play an ingenious pass between the lines or whatever. But that's what we do. We have this guy out here. We bring on O. But there's still no idea for anything different in this match to actually take the game to Hearts, to actually try and cause them some problems in the centre area here. Even with us keeping the shape, Taylor was coming in here as inverted fullback. When Palma came off for Bernabe, we're sitting on this moment in the pitch. You know, we've got 5 players, 2-0 down. And even when we're doing this, we're still, no one's breaking forward. No one's taking the ball, beating someone, playing it into someone else, trying to get a 1-2 on the go at anything. It's just so pedestrian. It's going into this area here, play it to Vickers, play it to Scales. Can we go out here for a 2v2? Whoever else is out here at the time. You know, Forrest comes on later for Taylor. And out here, see 2v2, Bernabe and Forrest. That was probably the best. That's probably the best we looked in parts of this game, because these two guys in 2v2, they just know how to do it old school, old fashioned. Me and you versus these two guys, and all they did, it wasn't that great, but they got by their men and they got some balls into the box a few times, and there was just none of that throughout the game. In the first half, between the Johnsons, Mikey and Alistair on this side here, they lost the ball all game long. I do think it was all Mikey Johnson. I don't think Alistair Johnson really copped too much of a fault in this game. But it's just devoid of ideas. There's no opportunity. Like, I spoke at halftime about going 3-5-2. We've mentioned it a few times on the Celtics Are Here channel, as well as whenever we do talk about it here on the main Quinny 3001 channel. And this was a game where you need to do that kind of thing, where Hearts only have 2 attackers. So why do we need 4 at the back the whole game? Why do we need this? Why don't we just admit we're Celtic, we're at home, we're losing 2-0, and it's unacceptable. We don't need 4 defenders. Let's just tuck some guys into a 3, get one of those guys off, get them higher up the pitch, cause an overload somewhere, and bully ourselves back into the game. We are the top team in the division. We should be acting like it. Now, there were some people in the live chat saying stuff like, you know, this is maybe a message to the board or whatever with some of the substitutions that we've seen. Something just fell off my desk, sorry, and it totally creeps me out there. I thought it was a cat. I thought it was a cat in here. I was like, whoa, what was that? But there's no plan B. Even when we did have O and Kyogo on, see, for a long time, Kyogo was just playing in the Turnbull position. The shape is the exact same. We're still playing 4 at the back, 2 advanced midfielders, obviously one of them's Kyogo, and there's still no actual connection. We're still not actually getting through these walls of Hearts players that are dotted around and marking us up and making all the space tight and difficult to work in. How do you prepare to play against Hearts, Aberdeen, Rangers, Hibs, all the teams that are going to do this? It just feels like none of these guys had an idea, had a Scooby-Doo clue about how to play in this game and how to actually get it over the line itself, you know? Like, Rodgers, I'm really interested to hear what he says full time, because this just was not good enough from start to finish. We didn't make enough chances, and for the game situation we were in, it's not as if this was a smash and grab from Hearts in the last 10 minutes. They scored their first goal in the 15th minute, their second in the 30th, and all the problems they addressed at half-time were clear and obvious as day at the 30-minute mark. And we let 15 minutes of the first half go away before we address anything, before we do anything. And then when we do, it's half-baked. We're still keeping 4 defenders on the pitch. We're taking off Alistair Johnson for Anthony Ralston. What the hell does that give us in this game at 2-0 down? The square root of 0. That's what it gives us. Honestly, I'm baffled, dumbfounded, angry and disappointed at this result all in one. Honestly, I really can't believe what I've just sat here and watched throughout this whole game. Yeah. Roger says we need 4 quality players into the starting 11. I can definitely see it. But from what I'm seeing, like, what are they coming into? What kind of player will they be? What part of the play will they actually help? Will they improve? Or will they, add that we don't currently have at the moment? I've got no idea. Some of these guys are just done, man. They're just done. And like Rodgers, I don't know what the script is with him. I mentioned through the stream as well, the lack of his assistant and that kind of thing as well. But, where is the ingenuity? Where is the problem solving in this? It's just the one system. There's no plan B. There's no, let's go 3-5-2, 3-4-3, or anything, man. 4-2-4 at best. It's not even that, because Kyogo comes into midfield to cover O'Reilly's position, so it's not even any different of a formation. And when we look at the scores, I'll go back to this page again, sorry, just because that's set up the way it is. Scales was having to do so much in this game to bail out, because every time we lost the ball, Hearts would turn it over, hit it long, and Scales and Vickers would just deal with it. This is where the majority of Celtic play came today, was us recovering the ball from Hearts scooping it away after we had got into these nonsense positions and gave the ball away ourselves. Turnbull did nothing in this game. 1 clearance, 23 passes, and interception. Absolutely nothing. Barely seen him. 1 shot on target. Did nada in this game. Mikey Johnson, we looked at this at half-time. It was absolutely criminal. 19 possession lost is a phenomenal... Let me put this screen here so that... Oh, no. Let me put this... Oh, no, if I do this, it's just going to mess it all up now. Sorry, guys. It's just what the camera is. I want to make sure you aren't looking at me sideways or anything funny, but... 19 possession lost, and only 5 of them are missed passes. So many of that is 7 lost duels, letting balls go out for throw-ins, just being mince, just being not good enough, unfortunately, in this game. Just was not up to speed at all. And the bench, None of them really gave us anything, to be honest with you. I thought Dyson looked, for how well Dyson looked, why didn't he start this game? You know, really. Palma could just go round and round on that merry-go-round all day, I think. But it was just rinse and repeat. This is the shape of the Hearts, and as it got later, this shape just got a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper, and we just went round this side. Oh no, it's not working. Go round this side. Oh, we've lost the ball. Hearts play it over here. Scales gets it back. Scales. Oh no, we've done the mouse glitch again. Uh-oh. There we go. Get these wee pitch invaders off. But yeah, Scales, back to Hart, to Vickers, to Scales, get back up to the halfway line. Oh, let's try and go out this side. Oh no, it's not worked. Or, well, when Dyson came on, a few times, once or twice he got by here. Managed to fizz one in. But look, when we try and fizz one in here, there's still just, because we're still playing 4-3-3 with one striker. There's still only one striker up here. And this is genuinely, like, this is the goalkeeper. He should maybe be a different colour, right? But this is still, like, what was happening. Exactly. Like, O's here, and we're playing this ball into him. Let's leave that defender there for a second. Or Kyogo, or whoever. And there's just always people there. It's not an easy ball on. And it's just always to nobody to nowhere. And then it gets cleared. And then, what do you know? Scales and Vickers get it back. And let's try this side. And then what do they do? The same thing. And then where does it go? To the Hearts defender. And what does he do? He clears it to the halfway line. And then what happens? Scales gets it back. Scales, McGregor, Vickers. Scales, McGregor, Vickers. Ralston, Hart. Scales, Burnaby Forest. Hearts player. Scales. Rinse and repeat for 100 minutes or whatever that trash went on for. Honestly, guys, like, big questions need big answers. We were told at the beginning of the season we should be dreaming about European football after Christmas. That fell flat on its face, and the very least you expect is retained domestic dominance. And this has been a gradual decline that we've been seeing coming over the last couple of weeks, and this is like, enough's enough. Like, enough of the bullshit and the press conferences and stuff like that and the AGMs. It's genuine answers. Like, be real and just be straight, because this is just nonsense now. We want to see action in January. We want to see money spent. We want to see talent brought in, because that's just all that is required now. The team must be on the absolute floor right now. It's going to be a huge job to get them back on their feet and get them firing over the next couple of games before the derby comes at the end of the year. Let's catch up, because you guys, I've just been ranting. Utter shite is, I think, the phrase you're looking for. Yeah. City 2 each with Elise. Well, that just goes from bad news to bad news for me then, doesn't it? Yeah, it is. Bernardo is finished. Bernardo Silva only a 51. I'm not too chuffed with that. There's a better atmosphere at the ice cream van when I'm out getting a cone with a flake than your fans made at Parkhead, Tam. Oh, fair enough, mate. I don't suppose it was a good day today. And every fan, every stadium has their off day, buddy. Enjoy the victory, Tam. Enjoy it. Secret Agent Brenda. Agent nothing. Great stream, Quinny. A way to celebrate 3 points. Have a good one. Ian Sorare, the St Johnson fan. But guys, yeah, it is a sore, sad, sorry end to the stream, guys. Unfortunately, do I even want to look at my teams? What page is this we've got on? The Celtic page. Let's go and see. How are the teams looking, Quinny boy? Do we have anything after that crap? Let's finish up with what do we have left running. Now, I'm sitting really high in All-Star at the moment because nothing else has played so far. That team's still fine. Under 23 with Captain O'Reilly. It's probably the worst score O'Reilly's put in this season. We got that decisive, but it still worked. Unlucky for that. Captain Bernie has let me down a bit here. And All Black, totally thrown the clean sheet away, but still got some points. I don't mind a bit of that. Starfelt DNP is a killer. 240 super rares in jeopardy here. The All-Star Scales. By the way, if McGinn... Nah, that's probably not enough points. McGinn's not going to be in a winning team again. McGinn's going to drop up 100 now. Watch this. This team had some players in it. Oh, Jesus. Raquelme DNP. That's a killer. This team's not totally dead. Yeah, I need 100 points from Zaki and Goretzka. That team's dead. This team's dead. And Kunku didn't get off the bench. Oh, lovely. So much of my game week is now in tatters. Let's just retire some teams. So I think Champion Euro Rare, which starts Sunday and ends Monday. This is now my hope for the game week. Under 23 Rare. That's still got some legs to it, so we'll keep that alive. we'll keep this in. We can maybe scrape a tier 4, tier 3 with this. Quattro and Savio could do some big numbers. I am going to still follow this, of course, because I need to. This is mudded, isn't it? I want to see the McGinn Payne tomorrow. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. This is mudded for sure. 93 points with Kuto and Sommer to play. Riquelme's not going to go off the... Riquelme needs to go off the bench for 25 points, surely. Nope, 5 subs made. Jesus. So Atletico and Celtic meeting the same fate, essentially, today. Not a good day for my guys. So yeah, DNP Riquelme, that's probably a bit of a mudder. 240 we're happy with. All-Star Rare Plus. Without the clean sheet, Marshall still putting up a big score. Chanot with a red card. Captain Eo Tanaka. And likely sub Stuani. His team's retired. And yeah, Guardiol, 21. DNP and Kunku. Taki Kubo. Team retired. So we've not got that much left running. And I probably won't see you again until... tomorrow we'll have the end product podcast. That'll be live on the channel for you guys tomorrow. It's already live on all the audio places, but it'll be live here on the YouTube channel like first thing tomorrow. Hope you've had fun somehow. Oh, really? Celtic fans fighting in the stadium, says David Gaywood. Oh, we need to see what happens there. Not nice to see. Very Never heard of that before at Celtic Park, so we'll need to see pictures to believe it, to be quite honest. But yeah, hope you have a great weekend, guys. Hope you had fun somehow here. At any point, if you did cry, laugh, learn, or like something, I don't know, please do like and subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot to me. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend somehow, somewhere. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow if you're watching the podcast on the channel. Feel free to check out all the other videos that are here. And yeah, I'll see you next week for stuff. Stay out of trouble. Take care. Hail, hail.